Alright, it looks like we are live. Hope you guys are doing okay, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. If you're watching this as a VOD, we're going to be here for a couple minutes. I'll try and remember to mark down when we actually get started here. We're going to be on the BRB screen for a little bit, though, because, well, long story short, I've got a couple technical issues that I've sorted out mainly, but other stuff that I need to fix that I just haven't gotten around to. Also, Luke isn't in here yet. Luke is currently eating his dinner and talking to my mom. Because as usual, Luke doesn't know how to show up on time. But hey, we're not going to hold that against him, right? How are you guys doing, though? Hey, Walker Pierce, what is happening? Stream Elements bot running. We are good to go. It's going alright, though, Walker Pierce. I got some stories. I want to wait till Luke gets in here to really start talking a ton. But long story short, we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and post... I'm going to go ahead and ping Discord real quick with this. We got some hella stories this week, though. Luke and I both got some stories, actually. So this is exciting. This is also Luke and mine's, like, hangout time normally, so this is going to be interesting. Anyway, y'all know what this is. This is just us vibing. This is us eating his weight in dinner. Not quite. He does have a lot of dinner, though. Although he's a vegetarian, so I would imagine that he's probably eating his volume in dinner, even if he's not eating his weight. Because, as we all know, that's how that works. Vegetarians, well, it's an energy density thing. The farther up you go in the food chain, the higher the energy density in a thing. For the most part. I guess fruit are like an exception to that if you want to get into that. Like fruit and nuts and things that are used to reproduce would technically be different. I'm just making sure we got everything hooked up here. Nothing's gonna be wonky. It looks like the text file for the BRB screen didn't load in, so let me fix that, but everything else looks good. So let me actually I'm just gonna copy that. Oh, hold up, guys. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of flipping around. Long story short, I was up until, well, I got done work and spent basically from when I got done work till now, or like probably about 20 minutes ago, fixing all my scenes and everything because, well, I had to reinstall my entire operating system. For anybody who didn't hear about that, that was a good time. Okay, anybody who hasn't heard that yet, fucking yeehaw. Playlist in. Playlist sounds good. Let me know if there's any audio issues. Oh man, there's so much that I gotta deal with here. Alright, let me quick transition, and by that I mean I'm gonna do my full transition like an idiot. Where's the text at? Transform, center to screen. Where's the text? Oh Christ, this ain't gonna work, is it? Hold up. I got an idea. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. Sick. I'm gonna, real quick, try and fix a couple more things here, because this is a pain in the ass. Because it always is. Anyway, yeah, long story short, I had to reinstall my entire operating system. Because I tried to update my operating system, and that sure as hell didn't work, right? Thank you, Pop OS. Very cool. It was very interesting to deal with. That's all I'll say, I suppose. What is this? That's the video that I'm playing currently. Okay, so that means that... What is... Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm still doing a lot of stuff in the background here and trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Because I'm still not entirely, like, 100% sure. Little stuff like the ticker down at the bottom and the bottom left not displaying whatever we're doing. Again, yeah, so I went to go update Pop OS. I'm on Pop OS, by the way, on Linux. It's a Linux distribution based off of Ubuntu. Not that that means anything to most people, but you know. So I went to go update Pop OS, and I've been hearing a lot of people that had trouble with the update over the past like few months, and so I've been avoiding doing it, and finally did it like Monday night. I was like, you know what, I gotta put my new graphics card in. I got a new graphics card, by the way, we'll talk about that. And just everything broke horrifically. Of course it did. Yeah, I know you probably know Linux Walker Pierce. I'm talking about everybody else. But, yeah, so I'm running off Pop! OS, and, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna, since I got my graphics card working and everything's working fine, I'm gonna try and update Pop! OS. Did not work. Completely broke everything. I couldn't even log into a desktop manager. Or a display manager, rather. And so I was just like, okay, I give up. We're gonna go ahead and just, reinstall a fresh version of the latest update of Pop! OS. And I'm going to get KDE working on here because I wanted to use KDE Plasma, and I'm gonna. It was all sorts of a mess. For anybody who doesn't know, basically, I went around customizing a bunch of stuff that like I didn't really know how to do at the beginning. I figured it out pretty quick, but goddamn, did it suck for a little while I was trying to figure it out. It was not fun. Where is this? I'm very confused by what is going on with the ticker, because I'm trying to find it here and I'm not doing a good job of talking and, you know, managing all this. But like, where on earth is this ticker text? It's just non-existent. Maybe if I don't use it in that sense and I instead paste it as a reference instead of duplicating everything? No, it's still not showing up. What on earth? Where is it? I'm very confused by this. It's just not showing up, period. That's really bizarre. Man. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, Birth by Linus Torvald. Yeah, Linux. Anybody doesn't know, Linux is basically just another operating system, just like Windows or Macs. It's just an operating system that tends to require a little bit more technical know-how to work. Not necessarily, but it generally will, because you're probably going to run into a lot of issues. But it's all open source and it's all free, so hey, you know what? I'll take free stuff if it means I gotta learn something. I hope audio sounds okay. Oh, what? Hold up. Come on, OBS. There we go. That sounds better, probably, than what it did. Got my fucking EQ done. I don't know why that wasn't on, but it wasn't. This is why we check things before stream. But also, Luke walked in and we wanted to talk for a minute before actually getting into stream, so... say love you. Anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna leave the ticker done for right now. It works on the face cam. So, I mean, I can swap over there, but I also don't have my webcam hooked up, and by my webcam, I mean my phone. So you're just gonna see, you know, a black screen, which isn't really exciting. But, yeah, I mean, like, as long as the music works, that's what really matters. And we're gonna keep it on the BRB screen. Like I said, my mom and Luke tend to talk for quite a while, in addition to Luke trying to eat food. My mom and Luke just tend to talk for quite a while when they go and start, like, discussing things, so we'll have to see what happens. Luke doesn't know how to stop talking. I don't know how to stop talking if Luke starts talking. It's just one of those things, but it's all good. But hey, you know what? I got everything working right again, and I'm very happy. Everything is working right until... Okay, now scratch that. Everything was working right until I went ahead and... Everything was working right until I went ahead and finished up work for the day today. Turned off my work laptop and turned back over to my PC and just saw... I was like, okay, so now I gotta get ready for OBS. I gotta get ready for streaming. I gotta get OBS ready. I gotta get all these connections hooked up. And then I went around, I plugged in like 20 different HDMI cables and all the other crap I had to plug in. Everything's working. I was like, okay, cool. And then I looked back up at the desktop and I'm like, where'd the taskbar go? The taskbar was just gone. Like, straight up. Rebooting did not bring the taskbar back. It took me about 30 minutes to figure out how to get the taskbar back. And I was just like, alright, cool. Sounds great, man. Until it starts ticking. Yeah, yeah, exactly. When it starts ticking, you know that's when we got real issues. But yeah, that was very entertaining. So that happened, and then I had to finish setting up all the audio stuff and go into OBS and test everything, and I still missed the ticker in the other window apparently, but you know what? We're here, we're managing, we're doing good. I'm gonna go ahead and get us closer to in the game. We're gonna get on the file select screen. Admittedly, I wish that the RetroTink was better at decoding signals from the Wii. It's just unfortunately not very good at it. Like even the component cables like don't look very good or don't function right with the RetroTink 2X. Maybe with a 5X it would be better. But I also know the RetroTink is technically more focused towards like older retro systems, like 6th generation and back, not necessarily 7th generation systems. But I think the Wii is always the odd one out because it doesn't have an HDMI input. It's only got analog component inputs. That's its highest resolution, and it's still only 480p. I think maybe one or two games might have been able to force a 720p out of it, but like, it's not very common at all. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turns out though. You know what? I can play my Wii games on stream for you guys, therefore I am happy. I'm not the biggest stickler for, like, I know a lot about this sort of like audio, like visual stuff. But I know a lot about this sort of AV stuff for like retro consoles and like converter boxes and all this other nonsense. I'm never a huge stickler for image quality despite all of that. Like, I like seeing high image quality, of course, and I can notice it, but I'm never gonna sit there and be like, well, this is terrible quality, unless like it's actually unplayable. Because I have seen things that are absolutely not playable, like glitches on the screen and like just text smeared so badly you can't really see it. I've seen that sort of stuff before. Mongolian beef or chicken. You mean horse? Because Mongolians don't eat beef or chicken. They eat horse. Wahoo Banjo Kazooie. What's happening, Kasai? I'm currently waiting on Luke. I'm about to go kick his ass because he's supposed to be in here, but he's out there talking with my mom, and they seem to be having a good time. He's eating dinner. I don't want to interrupt him too bad, especially since he's going to come in here and just start eating chips. But I'd like him in here. It's been a hell of a week, man. I hope you're doing alright. Wow, we really have 3.5 hours on this file already. Anyway, we're gonna be starting just BLJ your way right through him. Yeah, just like, go get him. I'm just gonna BLJ through the door, you're gonna hear woo, and then you're gonna hear me like echo into the distance. That'd be really funny, actually. Okay. I don't know why my microphone just died there, and why the playlist in died. That's weird. Hold on. Hold up. I hate having to fix audio issues on stream. It sucks really bad. Why is this not... Is it muted? Why was it muted? What the hell? Whatever. We're here. I don't know what happened there. Everything just cut out for a second for everybody. How many parallel dimensions will that take? I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see. I think the echo broke everything on the audio end, so that was funny. Hey, there's Nightbot. But, yeah, let me go grab Luke. I'll be right back, guys. Communications with the Wii remote have been interrupted. How you guys doing? We're back. Luke will be another, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, not super long. I hate, so like, part of the problem that I have right now is the version of OBS Studio that I have set up right now, doesn't let me like log into my YouTube profile, so I don't have to look at the YouTube Studio page because I don't want to see any of my stream analytics. Because it just makes me think about numbers and that makes me sad. So now I just sort of like blocked that part of the page out, but like I'm looking at, but I have to use the YouTube Studio chat now because I can't see the chat from my OBS, from OBS Studio because I don't have a window set up for it, because that normally gets set up when you're logging into your YouTube account. But I can't do that because for whatever reason this version of OBS Studio doesn't have that, so I gotta probably download and compile a new version of it, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're here, we're vibing. Luke should be in I don't know, two minutes or so max. We're just finishing up, or he's finishing up food and talking with my parents. Alright, I think we're good. I think. I know I keep saying I think. I think a lot, man. I think too much. Anyway, what have you guys been up to? Hope you've been having a good week. I know I've just been kind of like zoning out here for a minute, but like I hope you guys have been having a good week. Good whatever you got going on, honestly. Good week, good month, good year so far. You know, we're a month in, hell. But what have you guys been up to recently? Week turn out okay for you guys? My week's been... It's been something, man. So I was still recovering from being sick last week, and I went into work with a mask on, and about halfway through the day I realized that I was absolutely exhausted and could barely hold my head up. So I asked my boss if I could work from home the next day, and he was like, yeah, sure, I probably got to be working from home anyway. I was like, cool. So I went ahead and did that. So I worked from home 3 days this week, which was nice, admittedly. I didn't mind that at all. Today included. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Thursday I went into the office, and I was feeling a little bit better. I didn't feel quite as crap when I left, thankfully. But yeah, I'm just glad I'm not feeling as garbage as I was. Oh, there's the man himself. What's up?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
They could probably hear you. The noise gate might be cutting you out a little bit, but as you get closer, it'll be fine.
Alright, I'll get there in a sec.
Yeah. Anyway, Luke's here, guys. I need to. Okay, you know what? I was thinking about this earlier. We need to get you a little like mascot thing for the channel. That way, I can get it commissioned as a 3D model, and we could just make a scene for us talking. Because I know you don't. Yeah, I'm using the sleeping one because I'm using my BRB screen because I don't have anything else.
Me standing next to him.
That would also be funny. Like not doing anything, like T-posing, but the head is moving in the exact same fashion.
I can do a 3D one. I do not know how to do a 3D.
Well, that's what I was saying. If you can get me a design, then I can probably commission something like that. That entire scene was like $200. I could commission another model get done by the same dude.
I mean, not if it's $200. You know how to do it for me.
I mean, like,
I'll do it
because
that's not an unreasonable price. I'm just saying.
No, I'm doing it because that's a commitment to the channel for us. Gotcha. Because like I'm already here, man.
It's branding.
It is branding, and also it's cool. I like this sort of stuff. All right, so
just you know, I'm gonna require that cost for any product.
No, I understand. I understand. I understand. All right, so now we got. Oh, I didn't know you could pop it out
of the moon. I'm sorry, the exploration is not worth it.
It's too much, man. It's too much. Yo, what's happening, King Babs? How you doing?
King Babs, I love that name.
That's a good name. I like it. All right, so at least 2 PUs, yeah. So yeah, I wanted to get an anime. I'd like to get like something done, even if we just like, if you give me a 2D image and I import it into Blender and just plop it into here, and it's just me sleeping with you standing there doing whatever pose you draw the character in.
It's a dude wearing just a paper 2D mask.
Because like I know you don't want to use webcam, but I'm like I don't have a good like other scene for just us vibing by ourselves, so I just sit on the BRB screen and it looks really weird.
What is something that we would do together that would be like our idol thing?
We could literally just do this, like we're just leaning back into the chairs. It's just us leaning back into the chairs and like looking up at the ceiling fan, and that'd be it.
Lying on the couch.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. All right, so
it's me doing the F Your Couch scene from Chappelle Show.
Fuck your couch. That's the stupidest shit.
I love that it's just the representation now for anything where somebody destroys something.
Yeah.
Expensive. That
headphones should
be
working. They
did not need to.
Yeah.
Not even out of aggression, just because they could.
Okay, so I think that next up was just straight up going into World 2. I don't think we had anything we could really do until we progressed further. You're doing good? Good, man. I'm glad. Or not, man. Just because you go by King doesn't mean you identify as a male. But regardless. What's happening? Anyway, how you
just calm down, dude.
I'm already here, man. Okay, I don't know how much... Dude, I was in a streamer's chat today. It was their first stream. It was a VTuber, and they had a new model, and it was their first stream back.
So it's it's a character rather than a person.
Yeah. But they were very obviously excited about the whole thing, because they were, like, manic.
I should
like,
say
screaming.
People are ambiguous, too. That's sort of the whole
People
point.
are just ambiguous.
That's sort of the whole point.
Yeah.
Thing, I guess.
Walker Pierce, I'm glad you're doing all right, man. Let me know if there's any issues with audio quality or video quality on the stream. I'm trying out a bunch of new shit, and I just reinstalled my entire operating system from scratch on Tuesday.
You said that you just basically stripped and then put back on your OS.
So here's what happened. I got a new graphics card. I ordered that last week. Very excited about it. High quality graphics card. It's a AMD Radeon 6700 XT. And that doesn't mean anything to Luke. It might mean something to some of you guys.
I'm nodding.
He's nodding. I'll leave. We can skip this one. It's not that big of a deal. No problem with the sound. Good, good. Thank you very much for responding to that. Sometimes I get worried because I basically had to do half of my settings from scratch in OBS. Basically, I installed my new graphics card. I was like, okay, it's working great. Just use Windows 7. Windows 7 does, like, that thing does not fucking give up. That OS slaps.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I
You guys got all the OS baseball card stats memorized.
no, it's just a good operating system. Like it's been around for years and years, and people literally they stopped support for it. Like I think last year or 2 years ago.
Oh, they go defunct after.
Yeah, eventually, like the company's gonna stop messing with it. Yeah, so I work off of Pop! OS, which is a Ubuntu-based Linux distribution, which means absolutely nothing to Luke.
A Bluetooth-based Linux distribution?
Ubuntu.
Oh, then no, I don't.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I know what Linux is and I know what Bluetooth is.
No, not at all.
Wait,
so,
that would have been such a jerk move if you were like, I was like, what does that mean? And you were like, oh, it's Afrikaans for Bluetooth. It's like, oh, thanks, cool.
All right, so I was I'm gonna just like jump around for a minute. We can
Make me feel like an idiot.
Actually, this part there's not a ton of story, so we can do this bit without too much effort.
I love that they're just like when you're a jet Koopas.
Yeah. But anyway, so I went to go install the new update. I've been hearing about the new update for a while. I knew the update existed, but I didn't want to update because I had been hearing so many fucking stories about people having issues with the updates and it like breaking everything.
For Linux?
Yeah, obviously you're going to hear more of the stories. It was not a Linux update, specifically for Pop! OS, which is like the specific distribution of Linux that I'm on. And so I've been hearing a lot about this update, like having a lot of issues recently, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to hold this off. So I finally did it on Monday because I already put my graphics card in and updated the drivers, and I was like, you know what? Everything, if it's going to break, it should break now. And sure enough, I updated and everything broke horrifically. I was barely able to get back into the operating system.
This was before uninstalling and reinstalling?
Yeah.
This is what made everything go wrong in the first place?
This is what made everything go wrong in the first place, because it had to happen. Like, I was like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen here, and I know it's gonna happen here. Okay. Oh, right, we have Peach now. I forgot.
Oh, that's right. I'm so used to her being a non-entity.
Yeah, I was like, well, how the fuck do you get across this?
She's most commonly the damsel, but I love that you can play as her.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so I was like, so everything broke horrifically, and I was like, okay, so let me try and back up a bunch of stuff and then make a new partition on the hard drive. I've tried like 5 different ways to like save all my data and get everything set up, and like some of them kind of worked, and I got enough of the data that I was like, yeah, I feel comfortable just doing a fresh install, which took most of the day Tuesday, which I was working from home.
Does it require an internet connection?
Not necessarily. It requires an internet connection to get the initial files, but then you just toss them onto like a flash drive or something and basically make the entire operating system reboot from that and then install based off of that flash drive. So I got everything set up, and I was like, okay, sick. Everything's set up, and now I want to try a new desktop, or I want to try a new display manager and desktop environment. Which basically means I change how everything looks in the operating system without actually changing the operating system. You're just changing a small component of the operating system. That was almost sick. I almost did something cool. I never do anything cool. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I don't know why it wasn't letting me. Okay. But yeah, so I reinstalled everything. I installed a bunch of new stuff. Everything looks super pretty. Luke, I'll show you my desktop. Actually, I'll show everybody my desktop in a little bit.
You posted one screenshot that was like trees.
Yeah, and then I changed that a little bit more. But like, I've started.
Were they
messing around
sakura blossoms?
I don't know what that was actually. I don't know what those trees were. It looked like maybe it was like elms or something.
Okay, I didn't know if it was just a thumbnail, and I was
peaches.
thinking, oh yeah. Oh cool, yeah, it's in the same old style.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. They put so much effort into this game, man. It's so cool.
I love, like...
Me when I jump. Me too, Smami. How you doing, man?
I love me when I jump, yeah. Oh, what, you using a parasol? Or having tiny U's surrounding yourself?
No, just general vibe. you know how it goes. He doesn't know how it goes. I don't know how it goes.
Mario is me when I jump. That is it's Keegan Michael Key or somebody that's like, talking about how fast he runs, and he's like up here. He's like it's only evident in his lower. He just runs with his lower body. And
Right.
He's like up here, I'm Barack Obama. Down here, I'm Luigi jumping. That is not my joke. It's a comedian joke. I think that it's Keegan Michael Key, but I can't remember.
That wouldn't surprise me. I like how the Peaches are still trying to follow me. They're all gonna fucking die doing something stupid here in a minute.
Oh, she's a redhead.
Yeah. That's the original model, I think.
Yeah, they use it for Mario. So.
But yeah, so I reinstalled my entire operating system. I was like, fucking amazing. Great. Let's just mess around. Like, I was tired of it by this point because I'd been spending like half of my
when
working
you make it
day.
sound that good.
I'd spent like half of my working day trying to figure out how to not only reinstall the operating system, because that wasn't the hard part, but it was getting everything set back up the way that I had it set up. Because you got to remember that was like 6 months worth of work that I had put in for all these things that I had been working
building
on.
and installing this whole thing. Building and installing this whole thing.
Yeah.
The same was a 6-month process.
No, like building and installing, like everything I had done on my previous operating system was something that had taken like 6 months or so.
Oh, okay.
It was something I had done over the course of 6 months. This chapter is weird. It really is
when
weird.
you first got onto Linux, or even before that?
When I first got onto Linux.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, cool, that's fine. So I reinstalled everything. By the end of it, I was just like tired. And I was like, okay, sure. And I still hadn't figured out most of the stuff in OBS. I figured out like the very basics of how to get OBS set up properly again. And like just made sure that it was all running right. Yeah, big peach. Did you guys hear that one? Go on.
That crown. Man, the jarring like walk cycle, the very like sort of like up and down piston like walk cycle is way more evident when they're bigger.
Yeah, 100%. 6 months accumulatively. Yeah, exactly, Walker Peters. And so, like, I went ahead, I reinstalled everything. I was like, okay, cool, everything's installed, we're all good. And then today, after I was getting ready for,
It's a slow flower.
it's a slow flower. You get triple points from it.
Oh, because you can time the jumps better.
Yeah. But I was... So today I went ahead and I knew immediately after work I had to finish setting up everything with OBS and make sure everything was right, because I had still not done a bunch of the audio stuff that I had to do for OBS, and like a bunch of like little tiny setup things, and I was like, okay, I need to get all this sorted out. And I went under my desk, I plugged in a bunch of HDMI cables everywhere to get all the capture cards working and everything.
If there was a hole, I filled it with an HDMI.
Pretty much. And so I replugged a bunch of stuff and figured out where everything went, and I pulled my head back up, and I popped my head back up, and I looked at the desktop again, and I was like, where'd the taskbar go? You know that thing at the bottom of the screen there?
Yeah.
It was just gone.
Okay.
The taskbar was just fucking
Yeah,
gone.
like I got rid of that part. You're pulling out the jam and Spaceballs.
Yeah,
I figure out.
It was just like, I was in the middle of I had taken care of everything. I was like, okay, cool, everything is
Wait,
hooked
why
up.
did it become cute?
That's just what it do. Don't you just become cute?
Only if I previously started as a dinosaur.
Okay, fair. No, that's fair. But anyway, so I was just really...
Can you jump? Sorry, can you jump?
I
Can
could.
you get on there?
Yeah, I
and
could
then
do this.
flip, and then go out and jump?
I can
Yeah,
do
there you
this.
go.
Cheese the fuck out of it.
Oh, that's not the intended route?
I'm pretty sure no.
Okay.
It might be.
Good job getting on the first try, by the way.
I mean, second try technically, but yeah.
Oh.
Because there's another spike Goomba. No, we're gonna go out of this room.
In canon, that means they're trapped in...
Yeah, they're just stuck in the
third
3D space,
dimension.
which is great. There's not a whole lot at the beginning of this chapter anyway, so
It's
I don't
great.
mind just talking over it.
Mhm.
Oh, this dude.
Oh, wait, he's a little caterpillar, but he's a rug?
Yeah.
It looks like he's got a rug over him.
No, this dude, you can't really harm him.
Can you trap him in it? Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So you just doomed that man to a sad existence. But,
Turns out he was a man.
yeah, he was a man. Just
Turns out he was a man.
He's just a man.
No, I'm referencing the scary door thing where he's like, turns out it was man.
Turns out it was man.
So I'm just doing,
Welcome to the scary door.
I'll take all the evil components from every creature that isn't a man and make the most evil creature that there is. Turns out it was man.
It's so good.
It turns out it was a man. It was a person.
But yeah, so I finished installing everything. I got everything set up, and then just immediately lost my taskbar and had to spend like 20 minutes fixing that.
The concept of a human centipede becomes way less scarier when you only consider it as one human.
Where did that come from?
Because he's a little human centipede. It's like he's a man underneath
no,
the blanket.
I see, yeah.
It's like, is it still a scary concept if it's just one guy walking like a
Yeah,
centipede?
that's a good question. Good question. What do y'all think?
Sorry,
Why should I believe you? You're Hitler. Yeah, exactly.
sorry, please finish your thought.
The scary door shit. But no, like I mean, like I've got other shit. I've got other shit to talk about, but like that was the big one. Luke, you did something cool this week.
Oh yeah, I can talk about the first one.
Yeah, talk about it.
Is that the one where he like it isn't Hitler, but when he looks in the mirror, he
just
Hitler?
looks exactly like Hitler. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Some of my favorite bits are the scary door from that.
They're just funny.
Yeah.
Like it's just a good. It's fast enough that it doesn't matter if it's a good punchline because it still hits.
It is a micro parody of a show that's classic, but it's this little like vignette of a parody. It's not a full. We didn't need like a full episode parodying Twilight Zone, just little vignettes.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think it works out well.
Characters have their character, or people have their characters watch TV all the time to do, and we now return to Family Guy does it all the time. Gravity Falls did it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall here.
Well, I'll start from the beginning.
Sure.
You were like, hey man, have a PS2. And you just had a PS2. And I thought originally that it was your original PS2.
No, it's an entirely separate PS2.
But I thought you had vetted its performance being your former PS2.
I did. Okay, so I did.
Not your former PS2.
I did test it.
Okay.
And it did work. But I did notice that there was some issues with the power cable. However, it was a one-time thing that I didn't deal with after that, which is why I didn't catch the thing.
You did notice it, but because it was singular.
Yes, it was a singular issue.
Thing.
Yeah. Did somebody mention Hitler? Yes, in fact, we did mention Hitler, Lazy D. How you doing, man? But yeah, Luke. So I gave Luke a PS2. I gave Luke a PS2.
It was like out of the blue, and it was very kind of you. And to give everybody context of like I like video games, but I usually have just owned like handheld ones, basically. I've owned I didn't actually own my own SP, but I shared one all the time with my sister and brother.
Yeah.
And I had my own DS. No, I shared a DS. Sorry, I shared a DS. I had the first console I had of my own was a DS Lite. That was just mine.
Okay.
Obviously, every home console you just split with your siblings because it's a home console that you're not really going to get to.
Sure. Also, speak up a little bit more.
Oh yeah. So when it came to like PlayStation system stuff, the previous console I had was the PlayStation 1. I'd never owned a PS2. I'd played PS2 games at like friends' houses, cousins' houses, stuff like that. I'd never had a PS2. So this was like after. When was the when did I?
2001 was when the PS2 was released.
Right, but whenever I stopped owning a PS1 to now was when I had the next iteration of the PS family. So everyone's looking for PS5. I'm like, I just got a PS2.
All right.
When it zoomed into that guy, I thought the computer was falling forward. I thought the monitor was falling forward. Yeah.
No, but yeah. So I gave Luke a PS2.
I took it home.
It was working fine. He took it home, and then it wouldn't work.
It was doing that thing where there was a power cord issue. If I plugged the power cord into the port at the back, it would fit in. It was loose in there, and it basically only worked. I thought that the issue was it had to be rotated like a certain degree or a certain angle in the ports to work. It was just that it needed to be tilted. It either would tilt up and work or tilt down and work. But if you just plugged it in, it wouldn't work. And if you got to a particular configuration where it would work, you'd be playing the game and then you'd bump the PS2 or move it or readjust anything and it would shut off. Like that connection would be severed. However small it is inside the framework of that game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, clearly something is up here. It's supposed to be a lot more stable than this. I told you about it.
Yep.
And I thought it was an issue with the power cord because I just thought, well, Occam's razor, I guess, narrowed down to the smallest component. I guess the simplest component. That's probably the one that failed.
Right.
Then again, the power cord, I'm assuming, was newish.
The Power Chord was new.
I don't know if it's. Do they make third-party ones?
They do, but like they should still work fine.
Yeah.
There's not really like.
What I mean is, if it is third-party, it would be newer. Whereas if
Yes.
it's original, it'd be the same.
Yes,
age.
yes, yeah,
Right. The console itself is 17 years old.
yeah.
Because I believe the Slim came out in 2004.
I believe so. Yeah.
And I'm impressed though. Like I'm impressed
By the way, we got a Boomer.
the level of performance.
His name's actually Boomer for anybody wondering. Just
wow.
like. So yes, feel free to make Boomer puns.
All I mentioned was him. All I saw was him. If you want to dismiss an entire group of people, I saw him saying "good vibes." That's all I really caught, and I was like, I know everything I need to know about this dude.
These dudes get like. They don't get a ton of personification throughout the games. You get like that cutscene and like maybe something else later on, and that's kind of it.
Are we just gonna collect various
Yeah.
little sylphs throughout the...
Yeah. Instead of having like the specific like enemy partners, you get these instead, which are fine, honestly.
Oh, instead of having the enemy partners, yeah. Wait, so that's normally how you're supposed to get up there?
Yeah,
But you
we
still
just
can't-
cheese the fuck out of
You
it.
still can't do anything in the doors until you have the bomb anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
There probably is a glitch that you could do where you like get out of bounds there, but I don't know it off the top of my head. That's why like this dude's kind of hard because you don't have any other ability other than jumping and grabbing at that point. So it's kind of hard to actually kill him.
But how does that help you get up?
It doesn't.
Okay, you just wanted to kill
I just wanted to do it. But
You wanted
yeah,
to kill
so,
a short, armless man.
so continue. You were
Yeah,
talking about
so
power
I-
cable wasn't the issue.
It was not the issue because I started researching on YouTube
Mhm.
and oh dang, that was a big meal. I started researching on YouTube and there's this video. I meant to send it to Richard. I'm gonna post it. We spoke to each other about it and he was like, we were talking about different videos. He's like, oh, I'm gonna send you this video. I said, oh, I'll send you my video that I saw about it. And so that's why he added me with a video. We were talking about the PS
Right.
1 and PS2.
Mhm.
What next? Oh, so in the YouTube video, the guy just fixes a PS2. He has the same. It's the same exact problem. The red light is not coming on. Red just means it's on. It's getting power,
Right.
and green's like it's actually on.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, so you probably have a PS2 and this part isn't working. Because I saw Richard actually before this. And I said, yeah, the PowerPoint's not really working with the way it connects. And he goes, the first thing he goes, is it a Slim? And I go,
It's the exact issue.
I go,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is. He goes, they're notorious for that. I had a friend like that was the same issue.
Yep.
So I don't know, like, it's definitely not, like I said, I'm impressed with how it's made. But it must have been something with just how the PS2 Slims were soldered. I have no idea.
Yeah, it was probably just like a semi-cheap soldering, or just like a soldering it just didn't hold up. But like, long story short, the part of the power supply.
I don't even consider it cheap though because it's 17 years. Like,
Right?
it's
No,
only
I'm
worked
not
for 17
relatively
years, I'm like,
cheap, not like
Gotcha.
actually cheap.
If it's that pervasive of an issue. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long it's had this issue for, but what I was impressed by, so in the video, he basically just fixes the problem, and it seems totally simple. Like, well, okay, all things are difficult to do, but I was like, oh, I can do this at least. And I just remember.
Hey,
thinking, like,
how
oh,
you doing,
what
man?
is this?
Oh
good.
crap! This is a Portuguese name. Jean. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong. I know. Yeah.
Joao?
Jean.
Joao?
Joao.
Is it Joao or
I don't know.
Joao?
Joao. I don't know exactly how you
Joao?
say it, but don't worry about it too much. Let me know if one of those was right, and we'll
All
figure
right.
it out.
That's just, alright, Joe.
But I knew a dude. No, because I knew a dude.
I'm not trying to...
I knew a
Do you
dude.
hear what I said?
Yeah.
Alright,
No,
sorry.
I knew a dude in I knew a dude in our engineering program who went by that name.
yep, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a teaching assistant for some of the classes I was into.
Yeah. No, he's a nice dude.
A TA.
Pretty close,
yeah.
close enough. All right,
Really
we're
smart.
gonna call it good.
Joe?
How you doing, man? Hope you're doing all right. Don't call him Joe. That's just rude.
No, I was trying to be like Joe.
Oh,
With a
oh.
zh.
Zh.
I threw some zhuzh on it. I don't know, man.
The zh. Might prefer calling me Red. No problem, man. We can do that. How you doing, Red?
We're like, this is like a relief. Oh, thank God.
No, dude, that's every streamer ever. Okay, I
Yeah.
literally one of my favorite streamers. It's Red. How you doing, man? How you been?
Oh, Red Nixon. That
yeah,
sounds
man.
familiar.
Yeah, it's a dude who was over on Twitch a bunch. How you doing, man? It's been a little while. But no,
And what's the pro ZD like? Sungwon? Do you have an English name? It's like
okay,
Alright.
I've only ever like asked for a nickname to be used once, and that was for my roommate in college. That was for one of my roommates in college when I went down to Redacted, first college I went to.
okay.
His first name
Protected.
his first name I managed to pronounce, but it was an Indian name, and it was probably about 30 characters long, and it did not transliterate well into like Western Roman alphabet.
Oh, the way our mouths say words.
Yeah, and so like it just didn't work right. And so I walked up to him, I was like, okay, you got a nickname? I was like, yeah, everybody calls me Vinay. I'm like, fucking done, dude. Let's go.
Please. Thank you.
You want
something does take me a couple of syllables to say?
want to know an out of chapter secret that's now available? You can hear the game, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure, go for it. If it's something that's out of chapter. I know how this chapter goes. This is the last chapter I really remember perfectly how it goes. A lot of the other ones I'm a little bit more hazy on. But anyway, if our friends can only find the pure heart quickly, their quest here would end. Oh, we should do the echo.
But when has fate ever set Mario on such a simple path? Literally every main series. Actually, no, that's not true because in Super Mario World there's so many secret exits.
That's true, yeah. No, that's correct. Brimming with anticipation, our plucky heroes plunge into Merly's mansion. So we're looking in Merly's mansion for this pure heart. Welcome to Chapter 2. Actual Chapter 2.
Tricks, treats, traps.
So this chapter, there's... I could try and do the cheese strat to get out of the chapter early because there's a speedrun strat where you can skip like basically the entirety of 2-3. Yeah, I've played with Luke before on the channel, Red. He was over on the Twitch channel a lot.
Yeah,
we played Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, Super Mario Sunshine. What else did we play on the channel?
I don't know what we played on Twitch, but on the channel we played Tak. We
That's
played it
true.
with Richard. We played Luke Souls.
Yep, we did play Luke Souls.
I've
I've done some stuff with
played
Luke.
Super Mario. The first video on the channel is you, me, and Eric.
Yeah, that was the Polybridge one,
It was the Polybridge,
which is
yeah.
a terrible fucking quality video.
Oh man, those early videos I still like.
Some of them are funny.
I mean, it's with the same mic.
no, it's the same mic.
Audio quality is probably the same out.
No.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Because there's a lot more to audio quality than just
just the
having a
mic
good
you
mic.
Gotcha.
There's so much that goes into good audio quality. I know exactly what to do up here. I forgot and I was just gonna drop off, and then I remembered as I was like swapping out. You remember on some other game? That one with the cave.
Oh, Cave Story.
Cave Story.
Yep.
Yep. We did play Cave Story.
What was that one where
we
they
never
told a
finished
story
Cave
about the
Story.
cave? We did. I mean,
We finished Cave Story.
we
just didn't want to go through hell.
We didn't do like the super like, boner obstacle course at the end.
Boner obstacle course. No, if you give me like a solid 2 hours with that game, I can guarantee you that I would just fucking beat it.
I probably would too, but like it's just.
Yeah, if we're not enjoying it, then what's the point?
Well,
man?
no. It would be enjoyable. It's just tougher to do when you're on the spot. That's the
true,
thing
yeah.
for me.
No, I understand.
Like I was surprised by how different it was playing a game with somebody versus playing a game on your own time.
Dude,
like,
it's so different.
you're like, oh, I'm taking too long to do
If you're
this.
ever wondering why streamers really suck at video games a lot of the time, it's specifically because trying to talk and play a video game at the same time is hard. Yeah, Cave Story is hard. It's hard to talk
Cave
and play
Story
video
is hard, yeah.
It's hard to talk and play video games at the same time. It's hard to play hard video games just in general. And then it's hard to like actually be entertaining on top of actually talking, because you can talk all you want in a video game or while you're playing a video game. There's still a decent chance you're not going to be really saying much of interest to anybody. Oh, okay, you gotta go.
You can just say everything you're doing. I'm walking on grass right now. I'm wearing a pretty pink dress.
Right, but being
I flip
entertaining.
now. I flip again. I'm now an Italian red man. All right. I mean plumber wearing red.
There you go. Don't call him Italian red
An
man.
Italian red man.
That's just not gonna go
Why
well.
is the Italian red man red? Do you remember that from Peter Pan, by the way?
No,
There's a song in Peter Pan called "Why Is the Red Man Red?"
I
And
do
I'm
not.
going to leave it at that.
I don't remember anything about Peter Pan.
Whatever.
That's just not something I remember at all.
Yeah.
This might be something you
It's
come back
excellent
around
source
for.
material. It's just.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Whatever. Let's go in here. I think you might.
Hook is great until somebody pointed out to me that the movie takes an hour to get to
Wait,
Neverland.
that's a Luigi thing. That's what that chest is.
Oh, we get Luge.
We do get the Luge eventually. That is the one spoiler you get. Also, say I had a funny dog.
Goddard. Brain blast.
I was just watching the Oni Plays Nickelodeon montage, and like 80% of it is just fucking
Brain
Jimmy
blast.
Neutron references.
I hate this clip so much, but it's my favorite Corey clip on the channel, and it's the one where they're like, "Come on, Corey, think, think, think," and it does like the brain blast into his ear.
It's really good,
They
yeah.
use the same video from the TV show when they do the brain blast.
Yeah. No, it's really funny. I was part of the montage. The montage was like 80% Jimmy Neutron references. Also, the rhyming. The Oni Plays rhyming is like one of the funniest montages on the channel.
Okay,
But also, the thumbnail for it is the funniest fucking thing ever.
I haven't seen the actual compilation.
It's
the one
Chris
I was
holding
talking
up
about
a-
was in a Corey compilation.
Yeah.
yeah,
But there's a
which was 4 hours
yeah,
long, by the way.
Yeah, the Carl the brain cell thing and like all of that mess. But there's a bit the thumbnail for that video is really funny because it's Chris's like little avatar thing holding up a title card that just says fun, and then Zach looking at a gun in his hand.
Oh, then I have seen that thumbnail.
It's
yeah.
just such a good thumbnail.
And we got a little Lolita.
Yeah.
Big welcome. Welcome to Merle's Mansion.
Big welcome from Big Bill Hell's Cars.
I'm Lady Merle's handmaid. My name's Mimi.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
You can call me Mimikins if you want. Oh, is this like a translation thing where she's like, you can call me Mimi-chan if you want?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. I should leave. It's 3 a.m. Yeah, Red, go get some rest, man.
Okay.
I will be online like 10 a.m. my time. 10 a.m. my time Sunday playing Devil May Cry 4, which I'm already on Devil May Cry 4. That's scary. Yeah, dude, great seeing you again. Take it easy, man.
I recognize the username. It was good to see you.
Don't dare go into any other rooms by accident. I don't remember what the fuck she just said.
Ooh, girl.
Lady Merle is on the second floor in the farthest room.
Wait. Get mad for me real quick? What was that?
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
But gee whiz, listen. Oh, thank God. I thought she said, just head up there whenever, Daddy. Instead of you're ready.
That would have been...
I read ready as Daddy.
That would have been very uncomfortable.
Head up whenever, you're Daddy.
Let me read it one more time. Second floor in the farthest room. Got it. Okay.
I love the way they do staircases
Oh, yeah,
like
the
that.
giant
in games
dogs.
where it's just
Yeah, that you just jump over everything.
they couldn't come up with like a collision thing where you move past it but not
Right.
down below it. Like if you jump, you'll land on the stairs, but if you walk, you can just go straight past the stairs.
Right.
They're like, just give it a little window. Gap. Not a window, a gap. Oh no.
That's mildly threatening. Wait, I forgot something.
Oh, I would love it if you just like hit the button again and it stopped.
That would have been fucking amazing.
Oh, I
How
thought there
is-
was gonna be like a secret.
So how was your day?
I had a headache earlier, but it's gone now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's back. Oh, it's back really quickly. Oh, it's gone again. Okay.
This is why I do this sort of stupid shit. This is the gag that I like to pull.
It's like, I had a headache. Oh, it's back really quickly. It's in his head. Do you remember that clip? There's a clip I sent. You did not like the clip.
I know what you I vaguely recall what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just don't remember what it's actually like
It's
referencing.
it's an internet video where guys are playing darts in like a den of some sort.
Right, the dude, the
And-
bald dude.
And no, I don't know actually, but
So it's a bunch of British dudes in a pub, and they're playing darts.
oh wait, then we might be thinking of different videos.
It's a very similar clip, if so.
Okay, because one guy, he's got his hand on the dartboard, like they're gonna basically, the trick is you try to throw the darts in between the gentleman's hand. Or
Right.
between his fingers, rather. And he's got his hand up on the dartboard, and the dart comes in and it hits him in the forehead.
Yeah.
And it sticks in his forehead and it stays there.
It's just there.
And he doesn't react to it. It just,
Yeah.
and then it just stays in his head. And the friends in the video, you just hear in the background off screen go, it's in his head. It's in your forehead.
And he's very confused by this.
Take it out of your, like, there's definitely
Yeah.
like a tier where he's like, it's in his head. It's in your forehead. Take it out of your forehead. He like walks over and grabs the guy's head and pulls it out.
Right.
It's so perfect because Jonas Brothers is playing in the background. And
I forgot.
It ends on the year 3000, and as soon as the
chorus hits,
as soon as the dart goes into his head, it starts into burning up. It's like, like it's just so
it's really funny. No, I agree. I didn't like the clip that much just because I didn't want to see the dude get stuck in the head with a fucking dart.
Yeah, that's
but like the clip
part.
itself is funny.
That's the tough part.
Super Paper Mario is a criminally underrated game. Yes, it is. How you doing, Baylor?
I feel like most people talk about TTYD.
Everybody talks about TTYD because it is a goddamn good game. But this game, it's different.
It is.
But it's not bad. It's a very good game still.
It's a big old messy poo.
It is a big old messy poo. It must be in the closest room on the second floor. Please try there.
Okay.
I'm fucking leaving.
This better not be one of those...
That's not ominous.
It's worse that it, like, flips with you.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, okay. So it's just all fake. It was a lie all along.
There we go. But
why did you not fall into... I know it's Wile E. Coyote rules, but you only fell when you reached the middle of the hole.
Well, because that was all the part that was a hole. It's like the Tropical Freeze of Paper Mario games. See, I always think people like Tropical Freeze more than they actually like Tropical Freeze.
Really? I thought that game was beloved.
It's a very good game, but I never hear people talking about it a ton.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
I that's the two Donkey Kongs I hear people talk about the most are, and this is not to like...
DKC 2.
Contrary, is DKC 2... Which, by the way, is that the same... I played that on GBA. Is that the same game as Diddy Kong's Quest on SNES?
I believe so.
Or NES?
I believe so.
I think it's SNES, but... Because there was a lot of games that grew up as GBA games for me, and I didn't know that they were SNES games, like originally.
Yeah. Well, I just threw one less boo than there was before.
Most of the time, they ate each other. Most of the time, hey man, man's gotta eat.
Fish gotta eat.
DKC2 and Tropical Freeze are the two that I hear the most about, to be honest. The one I never hear about, I even hear about 3 more than I hear about Returns. I never hear about Returns.
Nobody talks about Returns, and it's really weird. I don't understand why. Because it's not like a bad game or anything.
But Freeze is quality.
Yeah, sure. Freeze is a good quality game. I've played some of it, and it's just good.
I've beaten it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I need another pixel before I can go in there. Oh, it chases you back out. That's funny.
Just a tease.
Only minor differences between the SNES and GBA version. Yeah, there's some slight graphical updates. They might have fixed a couple of... They may have... I know for Donkey Kong Country 3, they actually changed some songs around and added a few more. Returns is better than Freeze. Fair enough.
Is there a difference between Returns and Returns 3D?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
I'm not well versed on Donkey Kong Country games, honestly. Maybe Nostalgia Goggles? Maybe, but you know what? If it means that much to you, then that's what's important.
I can't remember the last time I played it. It wasn't forever ago, but it is probably my favorite one. DKC2, to be specific. And then I did enjoy Freeze. What's the game that people say is like basically just like Donkey Kong Country?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about there.
I like, as I hear myself say it, it's like the vaguest, you know.
What's that game that's like Donkey Kong Country and people say but isn't Donkey Kong Country?
Well, because I feel like that happens a lot in games where you're like, oh, what's this, Richard and I were talking about this week too, of like, what games can you think of that are made basically by the same team? Because he was talking about Bloodstained.
Oh, yeah.
He's a huge fan of Castlevania.
Bloodstained is fucking good, man.
And he's like, Bloodstained is a Castlevania game. I said, but it's not. And he goes, well, it was made by the same people.
It is not, but in everything else, it basically is.
I didn't know it was made by a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
That makes it, like...
It's like everybody in Platinum Games making... Like, it's everybody from Platinum Games are mostly the same people who made a bunch of the old Capcom games like Devil May Cry.
What did they originally make?
Capcom makes all sorts of shit, but
No, Platinum.
Platinum made Bayonetta.
Right, but
they made Metal Gear Rising.
Did they make DMC or Bayonetta first?
No, they didn't make DMC.
Oh, at all.
A bunch of the team that was on the Capcom team at the time moved over to Platinum because they got fired.
Oh, from Capcom to Platinum. We did talk about this before.
Which is funny because that's the second company that has been inspired by Capcom because Castlevania is also a Capcom property.
What was the company that got inspired by it?
No, Capcom. No, I'm saying Capcom made Castlevania initially.
Yeah.
So the people who that means that all the people who worked on Bloodstained.
Yeah.
No motion controls. Play new play mode with extra health, and you access the secret world. How you access the secret world was tweaked. Oh, okay. For
Returns
3D. Yeah.
Maybe nostalgia goggles. Here's okay. No motion controls, new play mode with extra health, and how you access the secret world was tweaked. Okay, so 3D I think was on the 3DS, and I think Returns was on the Wii U.
Yeah.
But I could totally be wrong.
Sneaking in here.
Oh man, that guy needs to pick a color palette.
Go get him, bud.
No, not the Lolita. This is.
When are we getting channel clipping?
A big monster chasing a Lolita girl? Is this anime?
All right. No, the new Pokemon game, Pokemon Legends Arceus, that released today.
Legends Arceus.
It just starts off with the isekai trope.
Oh, it really does.
It's really just isekai.
Where they're regular Lucas and
Arceus,
Dawn, and they just like
Arceus rips you out of the world and
it's definitely modern day.
Yeah, Arceus rips you out of the modern day, gives you a phone, and says, "Here, I need you to do the shit that I'm telling. I need you to go catch every Pokemon in the region," and then drops you in the middle of fuck all nowhere.
That's funny because when they were doing the game like teaser clips, it seemed pretty old time. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be like some old past." Like, this is going to be like, oh, yeah, like back in the day, before Pokeballs were invented, they were made out of wood. It's made like some archaic version. Who wouldn't want to go see an older archaic version of like a fantasy world you're familiar with and it's fun? But then it's like, also, you have a phone. Because I felt like they couldn't think of a, like, for some reason, the Sheikah Slate in Breath of the Wild feels so much more diegetic. Like, it doesn't feel as world anachronistic.
Well, because it's sort of built around that. Like, they realized that they were going to do that because it still works in the technology of the world.
Especially with how much the world building is with how the Sheikah technology is. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Igarashi, who's I believe the director for most of the more modern Castlevania games, wanted to make more Castlevania games, but then Konami said no, so he said, "Fine, I'll make my own company and do it myself." Yeah.
Hey man,
with blackjack and hookers, because that's basically literally Bloodstained is just Castlevania with blackjack and hookers. I'm not even fucking, and it's a good thing.
Oh, I love like it's really like whatever company name or TM you put on it is a skin to the actual like flesh underneath the meat on the bones underneath. That's like, this is what's actually good.
Yeah. Okay.
We were talking about if we run out of good Paper Mario games. I did pick up Bug Fables.
Shit, did I save Book of Mario? I did. Okay. So Unga Bunga, what phone? Okay, so recently, in the past couple of days, a bunch of my friends decided to make a group chat, a channel in one of our Discords. It's just called Grug Chat, and everybody just refers to everybody else as Grug and talks like a caveman, and that's the whole joke.
Okay.
So you just go, Grug feel bad today.
Right.
Why Grug feel? Everybody is Grug.
Right. Before it was a very small window of human history where we had invented names, but not the idea that each one gets their own.
Right.
Where each person gets their own name.
Right.
We're just like, what if all man is just Grug?
Yeah, Book of Mario Thousands of Doors. I have the zip file for the mod. I need to figure out how to mod a ROM of the game.
Right. Which you can't mod. You don't want to mod the disc itself. Is that possible?
You could technically mod a disc, but that's way too much of a hassle.
It feels like a waste
think about.
too.
Yeah, especially with it's a mini DVD. Yeah. So you'd have to get a fresh mini DVD because
also I just don't want to mess around with physical copies of things, especially old ones.
Well, what you could do is you could actually load it in. If you've got a GameCube with the right like inputs hooked up and everything and the right mods on it, you could theoretically load it off of like an SD card that's in like. It's sort of like how Dreamcast stuff works, where you can
load everything with Chutzpah.
Yeah, basically.
Did the GameCube have an SD port?
No, but you can hook up an SD card reader as. You can basically replace the CD reader or a DVD reader in most CD and DVD based consoles with a SD card, as long as you have the right firmware on whatever hardware you're using to run the SD card reader.
Mario and Girlfriend, actually.
Mario and Girlfriend
kept up their search, delving ever deeper.
And Tippy. And Boomer. And Thoreau, because they are like friends, actual people.
Right. Well, I mean, would they get a vote?
I don't know. I mean, Tippy said, I thought we looked kind of tasty, so I don't know why the dog didn't come after us first. That was her contribution to the conversation. Yeah, so Book of Mario Thousands of Doors. For anybody who doesn't...
Mario's deciding everywhere we go. Sorry, go ahead.
Book of Mario Thousands of Doors is is a Google Translate.
Yes, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, they basically like Google translated into like Japanese or some other language and then back 1,000 times, and then they just kind of left it like that.
Before you,
It has its own plot now.
okay. By the way, unfortunately, the lore of Castlevania was really good, and that's now been discarded.
Yeah.
So, are they not making any more Castlevania games?
I'm sure that they're making more Castlevania games, but I think they gave up on the old lore.
Oh.
Really want to see the events of Castlevania 99. Yeah, that's a shame. There's a bunch of like weirdly canceled Castlevania games. There's a Dreamcast one that people have managed to get a ROM working for, which was impressive.
Oh, of an unreleased game?
Yeah, of an unreleased Dreamcast Castlevania game.
That's very interesting.
It's really cool.
I will play the Castlevania games at some point. It's just one of those things that's on, a to be played list.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're still looking for Merle. We have no idea where Merle is, and that maid just, like, was not helpful at all, and then proceeded to get eaten by the dog.
Oh, she got eaten.
Not eaten, but chased off.
Okay.
Breaking the bank. Alright, this is the stupid chapter.
Oh, we're in a new chapter, or just a chapter section?
We're in a new chapter section.
Right.
I am tempted to look up, I'm tempted to hand you the controller and just say, here, do what you want, and I'm gonna look up what the...
Sure.
What the secret is for this.
What the WR
Yeah, because
strat
like
is.
This takes a while, I think, regardless.
You'd think you'd be able to go through the bars
Yeah, you'd think you would,
like
but
that way.
But because it looks like a solid wall. The point is like how it's
Yeah.
perceived, I guess, more than anything.
Is it gonna be like an invisible block?
No, you just broke something.
Oh, I did the mess up.
You fucking asshole. You saw it, dude.
You can't put stuff on a brick like that and expect a man not to have his instincts take over, alright? You broke it. You broke my favorite vase. Doofuses. I love that vase. More than anything.
More than
You broke
anything.
it. Yeah. You'll pay for that. Yes, you will. I'll have you know that vase cost 1,000,000 rubies. Is this Oran High School Host Club right now? This is exactly
She's
the
gonna
plot of Oran
she's gonna
High School.
put us in the maid costume.
Hand over that money now, or you're done for. Rubies? Oh, I don't believe Mario carries any of that particular currency. I don't suppose they're anything like coins, are they? Coins? No one uses coins anymore, you peasants. I spit on your coins. Okay, wow. What are you saying? Are you telling me you don't have any rubies at all? You're just gonna have to work it off then. Until you work off your debt, you naughty little things, I own you. Enjoy labor. That's so
Enjoy
funny.
labor is like my
Enjoy
favorite
labor.
line I've ever heard.
Yes, so you can earn rubies in the generator room on the top floor. Once you earn 1,000,000 rubies, you come pay it off in the room at the back. You can also check the balance of your debt there. So get to work, servants.
Okay.
Mario's now saddled with 1,000,000 rubie debt. Whoa!
Okay, so, yeah, long story short, now we gotta
I'm
work.
gonna get killed by a monster.
Where's the loan shark?
I'll pay you back in next week, Bowser, I promise.
Wahoo!
I just need more time. Luigi, go for me.
You hear this pipe smacking sound, just yeah.
Luigi's knee's been broken.
I remember watching Chugga Conroy play this. Honestly,
no.
Chugga Conroy is funny. I'm not Chugga Conroy, but
You'll
like,
see the future for me and my gal. But I never met Merle, and now I'll never see my sweetie again. Cruel fate. Is he saying his sweetie is cruel fate?
that would be really cool, but I don't think that's what it is.
Enter
passcode.
passcode. I'm gonna put in my PIN number.
If this works, I'm gonna laugh.
When did Mario come out? 1847.
1874 is what you put in. This calculus sucks, doesn't it, man?
Skinny boys.
It's the Chappelle bro. It was the Chappelle brothers. Yeah, come on.
And then we hang a poster over the wall, in the hole in the wall, and we never tell anyone about it. How do I do a flip? Oh, he's stuck. Hey, do a flip! Yeah! Is that one clip from Spider-Man?
Here, let me.
Good. Fine timing, my friend. I was gonna charge 10,001 rubies, but for you it's 10,000. Can we just keep accruing debt and then go bankrupt and like claim bankruptcy?
That'd be incredibly
and get out of
funny.
it? Yeah.
That actually would be way funnier than what actually happens. But I think,
We end up joining the host club.
yeah. That's just where we are now. Okay, so I think
How
this is...
does the song go? It won't be spontaneous now because I'm trying to remember how it goes.
Yeah.
Never mind. Oh my goodness.
So, we're skipping over the first segment of this where you have to jump on a block and get one coin
they
per
even
time
give
you jump
him,
on a block.
like a lapis lazuli pharaoh headdress. Big Boss Mimi hates the dark more than old ham, so move these gerbil legs.
Power
What an
up!
odd sentence.
So anyway,
This is dark, actually. This
it
is
is.
like... It's colorful and, like, campy, but super dark.
So basically, by putting in that passcode, we just skipped over the other way to make money, which is by running into a, or by jumping into a block and getting 1 coin per hit. Or we're getting 1 ruby per
And
hit.
you're just expected to do it a million times.
Yeah, and you're just expected to do it a million times. And then the joke being that you're absolutely not going to do that.
What, am I trying to buy a bike in Pokemon?
There is a laser skip you can do without Slim. Hold up.
Speaking of Slim, I fixed that PS2 and I was super proud of myself. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, that was the end of that story. Like, Luke managed to solder the thing back in place,
Yes.
right? And he's very happy with himself, and I'm very happy with him.
I'm pleased with it because I'd never taken a console apart.
Yeah.
I unscrewed the bottom, exactly like I did in the video, take the shell off. It was super interesting to see how the whole thing works underneath. Like, that just is the console underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just soldered the joint, and that was the problem. It was cracked. And soldered back on, and the power cord's been working fine. And I was so excited. I played through all of Spyro 1 from start to finish.
Okay, so now we're speedrunning.
Because it took me like 4 hours.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh,
I'm not even kidding.
I was like, I played it a ton before when I was a kid, but
My brother got the 10,000 legit. You can get the 10,000 legit.
does it tell you how much money you currently have?
No, you just need to... Basically, he lets you work for however long you want and then pays you. Yeah, 2010. But
okay.
I got good news. We don't have to do any of this shit because I've looked up all the fucking passcodes.
You know what would stink is if... oh, thank God. It would stink as if a player did this, actually. Like,
I'm sure somebody has.
sure.
Everybody wants to cheat their way out of it, but like, yeah, here's the jump room.
Wants to cheat.
Everybody wants to cheat their way out of this shit, but like, I'm sure somebody has done it legit, and I'm sure that it was absolutely stupid and ridiculous.
I wonder if you walk through people and they're like, ugh.
They get a chill down their spine. Max 10k per running session. Yeah.
That's a detail I always kind of liked about. There's an old comedy movie with Ricky Gervais or Gervais, and
I think it's Gervais.
it is Gervais.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais and Greg Kinnear, and it's called Ghost Town. I brought it up before, and basically Greg Kinnear's a ghost, and Ricky Gervais is alive, and he can see him, and he has to help him like move on.
So it's just like The Sixth Sense. But like
But a
in
comedy
reverse.
and a twist.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Well, the twist is in like how he moves
Those are
on.
lasers, right?
But every time a ghost passes through somebody in that movie, they sneeze.
Yeah, okay.
So that's like their headcanon for why a sneeze happens, because a ghost has passed through you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Every
don't you
time
need
Greg
like a
Kinnear
million?
walks through a person, they sneeze.
Yeah, normally, Baylor, you would need like a million for this bit. I just want to go get, I need to go get Slim. So let me figure out where the fuck Slim is, because I don't remember. Use the block, or the vase used to be, use Peach to float over. Okay, so we just gotta go the other way.
Oh yeah, and there was a ton of dust inside. There was a dead spider in one of the ports of the PS2. I felt
I
bad
gotta
for
say,
him.
that's a new one for me.
I felt bad for him. And then...
Someone's probably gotten it legit, yeah.
What else? Oh, there was a human hair wrapped around the CD spinner.
How?
I don't know. Could have been mine. Sir, are you sure it wasn't your hair in your soup? All right. No, but it was fun to do. And I took pictures.
Also,
it's not the prettiest solder job in the world, but I'm really proud of it.
Yeah.
And it works. And I literally like wriggled that thing around like hard afterwards.
Yeah, just to
I'm
see.
like, there's no way this actually worked. This thing on this YouTube video that was free education, where I get to use something where I learned in school how to do it, worked.
Dude, free education is great. Okay, don't underestimate the power of the internet and YouTube for learning new shit.
I'm being kind of sarcastic about it. Like,
Yeah.
wait a second. This person just offering knowledge online was reliable and it was completely accurate to what was the problem inside. Like, It was so satisfying to know what the problem is, open it up and see exactly what you were expecting, and then use something you learned in school. Because I soldered in high school.
Yeah.
And for one of the classes I took. And it was,
Here's Slim.
It's just very applicable and very, very interesting to
have
it help that much. Oh no, it's going to be Chester. I always make that joke.
That would be really funny if Chester just popped up.
'Cause I do.
'Cause I do.
I'm Norm. Alright, no.
My name is Norm.
Your peepers and imagine real hard that the world's gone. Why, it's just about the biggest darn thrill ever. Well, huh? Wait, he imagines the world's gone, and that's what's thrilling for him?
Yeah. Well, because he knows that it's going to happen. You got to remember that all the pixels are in on the Dark Prognosticus.
Wait. They're in on the Dark Prognosticus?
Like, they know that it exists, and they know that somebody's trying to end the world.
They were. I thought you were going to say, they're agreeing with it. They like the Dark Prognosticus.
No, they don't. No.
Okay.
They're just aware of it.
No. The bad guy would use these guys as bookmarks.
Yes.
For the Dark Prognosticus,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
I can't give my power to anyone who's too skinny in the thrills department. I'll really charge your thrill gauge over the next 10 seconds.
Oh, so you have to, Oh. Okay.
He's just saying shit.
1 Marzillion, 10.
The optional pixel makes that running room stupidly fast because it actually lets you get to the blue charge bar. Yeah, what? You get that one in chapter 3, don't you? Or did we just miss it? Because it's fine if we missed it. I don't really care that much. We'll go back and get you later.
I don't want to fuel a corrupt society system with my body, even though I rightfully owe it. I don't know.
Hey, we got a bot. Just got a new speedrun, PB. Yeah.
I'm trying to make some sort of political statement out of this, but I'm pretty sure they were just like, let's make up something messed up.
Different optional one. Okay. Timed out for 5 minutes, damn.
See, this is great because Mimi represents bourgeois. I don't know.
Something like that, I don't know. There's a boo card we can go get. Actually, you know, while I'm thinking about it.
Quite trollish. I've never heard the word trollish before. I mean, I know what it means.
Quite trollish, yeah. Was hidden by Walker Pierce. Thank you, Walker Pierce. Do keep the chapter 3 one in mind. Yeah, the chapter 3 one.
It wasn't your bot. It was a rogue.
That was a bot that was just trying to put a link in chat.
A bad bot.
It's a game where you sling around on ropes. What game, man? Oh, or is that the name of the game?
The chap 3 one in mind? Oh, chapter 3.
Progressive. Optional.
Are there still Vor bots? Okay. Like bots.
Yeah, there's still Vor bots. No, a lot of the bots link to something. It's just vor.rus.
Oh, that's the actual name.
Yeah, the random series of characters they're inputting is their way of trying to get around. Oh, risky ropes. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Wait,
yeah.
.rus like virus?
No, .rus as in Russian. Like the website is Russian.
Okay.
The one I'm talking about is difficult to get. It's in the Pit of 100. It's the Pit of 100 Trials reward. Oh, no, I'm not doing that shit right now. This Pit of 100 Trials is almost worse than the Pit of 100 Trials in TTYD.
Because it's 100 boss fights?
No, it's just long. Vor's banned in this chat. Yeah, it'll be like vor.rus, and it's linked to a website that I don't even know what it is. But basically, they're trying to spam links without actually spamming links.
That's interesting because chatting is banned in most Vor.
That's true. Yeah, you don't chew your. You don't speak with your mouth full. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And that one got Luke. Sorry,
I was like, there's a joke there somewhere, and you got to it much quicker than I did.
Unfortunately,
I was like, what's the joke? That's it. That's the joke.
There's definitely a joke there somewhere.
That joke was on the tip of my tongue, and then all the way down my tongue.
Yep. All right, there you go.
What does he do? Slim?
Paper mode.
Oh, wait. So you're just completely...
I know it's not feasible. Yeah, that is. You could technically do that.
He turns you intangible completely, basically.
Yeah. So we're skipping most of the chapter for the record, just because fuck this chapter.
Does it just make you grind?
Yes.
I'm glad it's not one of those games that there are some games that do this where they prevent you knowing the path. They prevent you putting in the passcode even if you know it. You have to like find the object in the game that gives you the passcode before to let you do it.
Yeah.
A lot of point and clicks do that.
No, this game, it's just hard set codes every time. If you know the codes, you can just finish the game, basically, or you get through this chapter at least. But the idea here is that you grind out to the point where you can get into the secret room, or not the secret room, but the better room, and then you grind up to 10,000 rubies. When you grind out 10,000 rubies...
What's the better room? The running room?
The running room. You grind out to the running room, you get 10,000 rubies, you pay the dude that's in the 3D space in here to tell you the passcode for the vault, and then you go to get Slim.
Gotcha. Did you figure this out on your own when you played it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was before... I played this game in 2008 when it came out. This game, there was very few guides online.
Because my next question was going to be how intuitive was this for you going in with no knowledge?
No.
And I guess you were like 11.
Yeah, I was not. I was a young kid. Like it definitely wasn't super intuitive.
Not to like dox your age or whatever.
No, I mean like I don't care. People can know I'm 24.
Okay.
I don't think that matters. Congrats, I was born in 1997 or 98. I'd like to pay off all your rubies. There you go.
And it's gone. In
Here, you know what?
full. I like to think she's everybody.
It's been 5 minutes, by the way.
How did you earn enough rubies to pay it off? That's not supposed to happen. You've broken my wonderful curse. Oh no, it's Mimi. Oh, it is Mimi.
It is Mimi.
Oh. I just got that.
And I handed Luke the controller, so you're gonna deal with this shit, because this is kind of creepy.
Oh no, she was so kawaii before.
She just exploded, so like that's just the star.
So that young imp put a curse on this mansion, but then who is she?
I now know you're 24.
Really?
Consider your ruby account maxed out. Yeah. I now know you're 24. Consider all your rubles taken.
I'm worried about Merlee. We must hurry to her aid.
I'm gonna save before.
Just in case I get mimied.
In case you get vored. Flip. Both flips.
Oh.
Then you flip. There you go.
I never even thought about flipping and flipping.
Yeah. You didn't even think about flipping. You were just thinking about flipping.
It's like I didn't even consider the fliplications. That doesn't work.
Fliplications. I should really start retitling these, just like writing down names for them. Actually, I did get a I got one of those reusable like electronic notepads. I got one of those, and it's hooked up to like an app that you can like transfer all the notes over once you've written it out. I'm kind of excited for that to come in, because I want to start doing a lot more like bullet journaling, which is just like writing down whatever the fuck you need to in like bullet points, so it just helps you remember stuff. Because like I used to do it a lot and it helped a lot, and I still do it for work occasionally, but I don't really do it as much as I used to. But I think it'll help a lot with like actually being productive.
Not to be confused with bullet journalism, where you just work
shoot
for guns
people.
and ammo. No.
You shoot someone and then ask how they're doing.
I meant the magazine Guns and Ammo. Not that you work for Guns and Ammo, as in that's what you get paid in.
That's the company. No, that's the company that you work for.
Okay.
Which is Guns and Ammo.
TM.
Yep.
After the incident, Peach noticed stairs going down. Here we go, she said, using her boyfriend's famous catchphrase. Remember when Luigi says that all the time? I wonder if Merlee's down here, thought our heroes as they traded worried glances. The two solemnly made their way down, knowing there was no other path to follow.
Anyway, so that's Mimi.
That actually is her true form. No. The basement face-off.
It's just the TV series Face Off, where they do. It's a TV series where they do like really good makeup. Like they're given like a theme, and they all have to do like theatrical makeup or like CG makeup of like whatever they have. So it could be like some weird alien thing, or they could be like they get to design their own makeup looks, but they're like, I need you to make me a really good alien or a really good like monster or a really good like
okay.
A zombie.
Is it a
or
reality
whatever.
competition show?
Yeah, it's a reality
demonstration.
It's a reality competition show.
Okay. So this whole chapter, you really are just grinding, and this is like the end part.
Yeah, it's about drive. It's about power.
Hooray!
Quote
whoopee.
Dwayne Johnson.
I could go for a whoopie pie right now, actually. Thanks for coming to look for
I
me.
might have some.
Oh shoot!
No, never mind. My brother goes through them all really quickly. They'll get them on like weekends.
Beautiful, mysterious, Merlee, mistress of the house, it's me. So glad it's you, I see.
I like
So
this
long
voice.
I've waited for you. Your arrival is well past due. Much like all of my library fees. But we can meet like that. We can't meet like this. Oh no, for something's amiss. An evil one is after me. And safe and sound I cannot be. That doesn't rhyme with and, Merlee.
If you're looking at the actual line, yes.
Stands as matter. In the basement do I dwell. Maze-like rooms are my cell. You will find me. I can tell. And if you do take care, for your eyes may err. Trust nothing foul or fair, including her.
And then it just kicks into Will Smith rapping. It kicks into like Wild West or some shit. Like just terrible fucking rap.
Switch. Alright. I cannot last. My power is fading fast. The distance is too vast. Are you ready to find me? Beware if you do, I plea. You didn't let me hit A. Morse code. She's speaking to Morse code.
I bet somebody did write something out there with that. Just knowing, like that wouldn't surprise me.
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.
I will say,
Right.
so
Do you know
I
what
got,
that is? Do you know what that is?
huh.
It's SOS.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a standard SOS.
I'm not very good with Morse code.
Okay.
So I could not like read it out so quick.
I don't know
But-
all of that. It's just like a basic one.
I will say that with my so like obviously I bought a new GPU. So that was
Mhm.
a lot of money. but
Ow. Ow.
and it's gonna be a little while till I get my next like big purchase for streaming set up. The next thing I'm super excited for is probably gonna be a new microphone.
Is this gonna be one of those things you have to like sneak your way past the
And it's not that complicated, dude.
I realized after I finished the game that there's a whole level of Katana Zero you can basically skip most of the action by just avoiding where the video cameras are, and they're very, very tiny.
Yep.
There's like sensor. I'm not even talking about the prison level. There's like a different level
Yeah.
in the slaughterhouse that like you just skip all of the battles if you
Yep.
just move past the cameras.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey.
A B. I love the section where they clone Merlee and you have to decide which one is real. Yeah, don't spoil it too much because Luke hasn't played through this, but yes, it is really funny.
If I get spoiled for one more game, no, it's fine.
Nah, I don't sweat it.
Yeah, was it you I was talking to? I said I haven't been spoiled for like a ton of games.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just doesn't
I
happen.
don't mind it that much, but most of the time I'm not on the internet enough to get spoiled for games I actually give a shit about. Yeah, Baylor's sorry now. Don't sweat it, man.
Sorry. No, it's fine.
No, I'm remembering a bit from Deo's
You
chat.
take this, sir.
I'm remembering a bit from Deo's chat, where
You did.
somebody came into the chat and just started like saying I'm sorry that you're on a bad run or something, and
Oh.
you're just like, that's not even your fault, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? And then he started he started mocking him, but it was in like the funniest way possible, where he was just going in and going like really blatantly, like
It's
animatedly.
fine. To be honest, I don't even remember what you said, and I'm only reading I'm reading the words that's from I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Luke down.
yeah. Don't bother reading anything
I'm
else.
very actually good at
Ignoring text.
I'm good at periphery omission. I'm good at that.
Okay. I'm glad you came up with a phrase for it, because I sure as fuck didn't want to deal with it.
But you know what I mean when I say that? Like, I'm
Yeah.
good at omitting parts of my peripheral
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah, no, I
I
got
don't
you.
even remember what it says. What he said.
Oh, good.
Or her. I don't remember what they said.
These dudes suck.
Are they little inklings, but cubist?
This dude keeps spawning more of himself until you beat the original.
Hmm.
And the originals don't drop anything worthwhile.
Right, okay.
Short-term
that's a
memory
standard
loss.
enemy. Short-term memory loss.
Okay, so this is room 1. That's where we came out of. Key.
It was something about Merlee, I'm guessing, but
It was, but you
so
don't
I'm
remember
not
shit
totally,
anyway.
Yeah, I'm not totally blank on it, but it was something about. Is it gonna be? Are they gonna do that thing where it's like, but which one's the real one? There's a great there is a great bit in
I'm sorry for you being Luke Kappa.
There is.
There you go.
Luke Kappa. There is a great bit. It is a Family Guy bit where, Peter's fighting somebody who doesn't look anything like him.
This is the chicken.
And no, I don't know. He's shooting somebody who's not. It's not the chicken. He's just fighting somebody that's not.
Okay.
And or maybe it is. Maybe Peter's the one with the gun. I don't remember. But somebody's fighting somebody who looks nothing like them, and he goes, "Which one do I shoot? Who's the real one?" It's like, are we doing this right now? I don't even look like him. And I'm pretty sure he shoots Peter. Like
he just shoots him
It's
outright.
Like, are we doing this? I love when characters know. I will say I love when characters know like they're breaking the fourth wall, but they're like knowing the trope of it. They're like, oh, we're doing.
It's very funny when it works. Like when you have, it's fun when you see good writing doing that.
Because it's not even necessarily acknowledging you're a TV show. It's just acknowledging how it's gonna go. Like you know the plot already.
Mm-hmm.
I'll gladly part with that pure heart. I was trying to remember what it was called.
It's
10
pure
million
heart.
rubies. Dude, girl, do you know how much I'd have to run to get that coinage in these overall pockets?
Small-ish loan of 10 million rubies.
Smallish loan.
Sign up for a loan, get a free Ultra Mega Shroom. You remember that thing at the beginning of the game?
I want to know. I actually genuinely want to know the opinions of people.
We're not getting breadword, by the way, Walker Pierce. Sorry. The last thing she mentions is, we'll give you a wonderful breadword. Doesn't explain what a breadword is.
Merle says that?
Yeah.
Idiots, the lot of you, turning down such a coup. None of you have a clue. Here it is, your last shot. Sign right now on the dot.
No.
That's like when that's when Ariel's signing away her voice.
I've shown you Ariel needs legs, right?
Did you ever see Little Mermaid?
No, I know.
Yeah, okay.
I've vaguely seen I vaguely remember seeing Little Mermaid. I saw it like once when I was very small, but like I know the general idea.
Oh yeah. I meant it like, hey, you know that one movie that everyone knows?
Yeah.
I was meaning it that way. Yeah.
You ever watch Die Hard?
Yeah, it's like it's that joke Eric and I do sometimes where you like reference something 5 times
and then
you're like, hey, have you ever seen
when
that
they don't
thing?
respond, you just keep going. Yeah.
You ever seen that that thing I just referenced?
A one-of-a-kind pixel made of oat and lard. Ah, of course.
Oat and lard breadword.
I like breadword. Also, who makes...
Is that an actual pixel in this game?
No, it's completely fake. But I love the idea of a pixel made of oat and lard.
He's the action replay pixel.
Yeah, there is an action replay. Well, there was a power saves feature for the GameCube. I don't know if there's an actual action replay, but like the power saves always had some really weird stuff going on because you could like bug the game out with the save files.
Could you imagine how messed up her earring holes would be if those earrings were actually spinning?
I mean, they probably wouldn't be that bad. They'd just be it'd be like gauges almost, like small gauges.
People with gauges, do you play with them when you're bored?
I can only imagine they do. It's the same thing with any other thing that's on your person. Like, you're probably playing with it if it's there.
Oh man, the Lolita getup was regrettably cuter than this.
Right?
I'm not proud of myself.
This is Mimi. This is Mimi's true form.
You want to make things ugly, huh? Well, that's super. Let's get ugly. True Mimi, come forth.
I don't know why she says that.
Is she gonna
like she's
Shazam
summoning
herself?
herself. This shit creeped me out as a
I'm
kid.
so surprised they had an Exorcist reference.
Dude.
In a Paper Mario game.
Dude, this game...
Oh, this actually is creepy. The body dangling from the top.
Yep.
We were just talking about Doc Ock.
Yep. This was...
Because
you say we were
memes.
just talking about Doc Ock. We mentioned that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but the last time that I saw him.
Yeah. But we were talking about the Doc Ock memes because those had just started happening.
Yeah.
And I caught them right as they started happening, and it was the funniest shit.
Well, character design wise, and I'll say the same thing. Character design wise, one of the best things about Doc Ock's design as a character is the uncanniness of.
Yeah, no, this part kind of traumatized me too.
The human
I
part of him just kind of dangles there as the machine does most of the walking. Continue, please.
I was gonna say, like, sorry. Baylor, don't worry. This shit, like, I blocked this shit out of memory for probably about 6 months until I started to play through the game again.
So she is the spider.
Yeah.
And the little girl just sort of
she's just a shapeshifter.
There's a dress dangling from.
Yep. It's twitching
body.
too.
Oh, that is creepy, actually, because they set her up as like this cute little, like I said, this cute little Lolita type.
I forget what they said already. Fucking, this is what I get for streaming.
This is Mimi, so it's her
Should come
true
after
form.
you,
Should come after you.
Attacks don't work, so we should keep moving. I don't remember exactly where you need to go, but we're just gonna start doing shit and we'll
She's
figure it
broke
out.
OP fam. Move along.
She's broke OP fam.
Will
Also,
she come through the door? Actually,
she'll just like appear in the room.
what's that game where you run from spiders and it's actually terrifying?
There's a couple of those, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I don't
right now.
remember if it
Ghost
happens
Room.
in a Silent Hill game.
It might be.
Limbo is definitely one of them. Limbo's
Limbo.
fantastic with the art.
It definitely got more popular after Limbo.
Oh, the spider chasing thing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one where, like... Oh, there's this
Where the fuck
Vine
am I?
or TikTok or something that's like... a guy walking on his... He's walking on his legs and arms. Like, he's walking on all fours, but backwards. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah. Swoop.
He's doing, like, a, just so people at home get it, like... He's doing one of those, like, contortionist bends where you have your hands... It's like you're gonna do a... It's like you
Oh, Cursius. I forgot about these fuckers.
You lean back and you just start walking like a spider, but your belly's facing the sky. That kind of walk. Crab walking in that way. He's crab walking, but... I know crab walking's different. He's got his arms, like, bent the other way, and he's got his clothes over his face, and... He hides behind this pillar at, like, a college grounds, and a guy's walking home at night, and... He runs across the hallway, and the guy in the hallway is like, he reacts like he saw something, and then he comes out from the side and just starts running to him on all fours, and the dude just like drops his bag and books it.
Touch the crystal. Oh.
I hope that video is a staged thing, because
The Cursia. I'm not touching the Cursia. That's a bad idea. You know,
man.
you know it's a bad
it
idea.
literally just is like a small little... It looks like a Pac-Man's cherries, but blue. Just hanging there.
Can I not? Oh, it's 3D.
Anyway, I hope it's a staged prank and not a real person getting alarmed by that. But it is.
I think it's kind of funny, even if it is a person. It's funny, but like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't long term, and they're like, "Hey, we're just messing with you."
Yeah.
Like, or if it was a friend. If it was like a friend, that makes it a bit more like casual to do that. If you were just doing it to a stranger, it's just a little rough.
One of the Cursias
But it's a
continue
funny
back to
video.
the main menu if they hate you. Yeah, Cursias suck.
Wow.
Cursias are really funny. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can get the description on it.
do it.
Boomer. Boomer. Room 9. Ah.
And I guess I just think of like a boomer. Like when I think of the name boomer, I just think of like a dog's name. Like I think most commonly I'll hear boomer as like a dog.
That's a fair point, actually. It's a name that I would understand hearing as a dog's name, even though I've never heard it personally.
Because obviously, like the term has been around since the demographic existed, I guess. But
Yeah.
I think most of the time it's generally just like it didn't get popular until, I guess, past couple years.
Yeah, no, it didn't, because there was the whole joke with it. It's one of the second pit Cursias. Okay. Ooh, big
One
blue.
of the second pit Cursia. The name of the creature is Cursia.
The name of the creature is a Cursia, and what they do is they fuck with you really bad, is what they do. I don't even know how else to describe it. They just fuck with you really bad. You touch them, and then something really bad happens.
Randomly.
But they're really slow and easy to avoid, so that's the trade-off. Right. I remember those.
Okay. Is it a bathroom? Yeah, it is.
It's
Okay.
a bathroom. We can go hide in the bathroom still.
Wait, but get on top of the, we'll close the door. Get on top of the seat so that it's, oh, you can't actually get into the stall unless you flip. Nobody in this world's been able to pee for centuries because they haven't figured out the flipping mechanic.
Yeah.
Stop writing graffiti. No, you stop. You stop. I like how they're going against the whole right to left or left to right thing by just showing that's how people actually draw on the wall.
That might have actually been something that had to do with the Japanese, because Japanese reads top to bottom left, or top to bottom right to left.
No lie, I actually thought that when you hid in the stall, the spider was going to come in and look around and walk out.
That would have been incredibly funny.
No, because Fusion does that.
Yeah,
Metro Fusion does that. Like, you hide in places, and the SAX will just come out and, like...
In the bathroom in particular,
jerk
though.
around and then walk away, and you're like, dang.
There we go.
That's so funny.
It's incredibly good. What? You were there's a fly, too.
Okay. I shine on, such is my lot, a sun to those fate to me. Again, doesn't rhyme. Brought. Oh, she's got like a Vulpix hair.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that Mimi freak was too robust, and I too, weak. Fiora quickly took and hid where she would never look. But now, you're here, semicolon, hooray. Wow, that's a rare Nintendo semicolon right there.
Yeah, honestly. Okay, one thing I realize is that I am one of the few people who understands how semicolons work and
Really?
use them on a regular basis.
Oh.
Compared to literally anybody else I've ever met
Gotcha.
talking to in a text
Oh,
format.
I semicolon it up.
You and me,
Yeah.
and like nobody else.
At work, I'll semicolon it.
Yeah. Definitely the strangest chapter. This chapter is just weird, man. It's funny, but it's weird. Let's power up, and then they start. You start hearing "Live and Learn" by Crush 40.
Is semicolon where what you wear when you smell kinda good?
That's what you wear when you smell kind of bad. It makes
But
you smell
also
kind of good.
Kinda good.
Yeah.
Do I? If you're optimistic,
Yo, sub 20. Let's go, Baylor.
they smell
Nice.
oh no! Are they gonna do a DBZ fusion? Are you serious? Oh, okay, good. Thank God.
That would be fucking horrific.
Everyone knows you are Mimi.
Congrats, Baylor. I'm proud of you,
Oh
man.
no! Must be what it's like to play Among Us. We can drive her back. What is this you talk about? You're the faker and allow.
Faker?
Oh, is it? Are you gonna have to like notice a rhyme that doesn't rhyme?
Yeah, probably.
Right. Okay.
Faker? You're the fake hedgehog around here. No, I'm done.
I'm the biggest nobody of them all. Alright, we're gonna go. I think
It's
we
35th out of 1907. Pretty good, Baylor. All right, you gotta go. Take it easy, man. Congrats on the new time.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Take it easy, man. Don't get fooled by your act. Get her out. Yeah.
Attacked.
Attacked.
It's me, the real Merlee. No, it's me, the true Merlee.
Well, technically rhymes still.
Who can't walk on the high heels? Look at this very closely. One of us has real beauty, and one is fake as can be. Alright, well. Slanting pretty hard there. Oh,
Oof.
please, you make me gag. I am hot. No need to brag. And you, well, you're a hag. Grr, what a fib maker. You're such a faker. Man, translating this must have been...
Dude, this had to be hell because you had to translate that out and then figure out rhymes that actually work in English.
they earn their paycheck for sure.
Uh-huh.
Now come off it, dear. You're a dog from eye to ear, and your breath reeks, I fear.
We talk about this a lot on the channel. We talk about good localizations. We keep bringing up Bobobo because Bobobo doesn't directly translate everything from the Japanese. The jokes that they'll do have nothing to do with the Japanese.
I think they knew it wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Because some of the jokes just don't work in English. Either they don't work because they're puns, or they don't work because the culture doesn't match up. And so they make entirely separate jokes that are still really fucking funny.
Big pig. He's a big pig.
He's a big pig too. I like how we
You can be a
both
big
thought of
pig
that.
too. Oi!
Oi!
That crotch, there's oi! Nathan Lane, and I don't remember who voices Pumbaa, but what a good job.
Was it Nathan Lane?
Nathan Lane voices Timon.
I'd never
In
remember
Lion King.
this. I always forget this.
Birdcage. I learned recently he was in a. I believe he. I just learned recently. I think he's in a Mel Brooks movie called The Producers. I think that's Nathan Lane.
I'm pretty sure that
and
is.
Matt
Yeah.
Broderick.
That sounds familiar.
That's on a watch list for me for sure.
Have you ever been on a watch list before? Like, have you ever been on a watch list? You don't have to answer.
Jordan
Just like
Peele.
nod. Just nod. Okay, he nodded. No.
I looked to the left. One time in middle school, I think you knew the kid, but it's such a far reach. I'm not gonna say it was, but I did ask somebody. Somebody asked me like an innocuous question. Hey, how do you feel about whatever? I said, oh yeah, it's fine. And they were like, and I was telling the truth, and they're like, I know you're lying. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, because you look to the left, and people look to the left when they lie. Because he clearly read one of those things where you read people's eye movements and
it's
become like the
but
main character of Lie to Me.
You can't do that on a first impression because that's not how that works. You still have to look at a person for more than 5 seconds.
If this was a rule that all humans had to follow, there would not be any criminal investigation.
Yep. Hey, you remember the quiz shows?
It's time to play. Who's that Heck! Alright.
That would have been a far better name for this if they just dove off the deep end into the insults. Yeah, the Bobobo bit, there's a bit where he's filling out a contest form and he fills it out with a completely wrong thing. And in the Japanese, it's a really funny pun. But in the English, they just go, yeah, I'm trying to fill out this contest form, but it's in Japanese.
but that's his original language.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But, like, you don't know that. You just see the Japanese on the form.
Oh, you see that? Oh, that's
because it's an English translation.
Yes,
I'm just
they
like, that
didn't
is...
change.
They didn't have to change shit.
Gotcha, that's perfect.
It's so good. You're going to ask these Tomb Raiders a total of 5 questions. Listen closely to those answers, because at the end you got to pick the real one. I think you can pick the fake one and it doesn't do jack shit, but I might be wrong.
I kind of love that about Avatar is that they speak English in the show, but all the written text in the show is Korean. All of it's like Korean.
Yep.
What do you want most? What's your nickname? This question might stir up some childhood trauma, much like my traumatic beheadal. All right.
The head's still there, the body's just gone now.
We wouldn't know anything. Like, we won't be able to fact check any of these things. We don't have Facebook.
Yeah.
We can't check histories. Not to go make a fuss, but I was the old porpoise, which, again, not the best rhyme. When's your birthday? What's the best food? What guy's your type?
You want to do what's got type?
Just like in general, what's your like? If they're like not too like maybe he like wears red overall. Like I mean that'd be kind of like funny, but like maybe he's got like a mustache and like
maybe
I don't know. Maybe he's got ears.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, there's not that many people with ears here.
He's got one ear, at a time.
He's got 2 of them. He just can't have them both out at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. We don't like to this next one. Am I right, fella? Am I right, fella? This dialogue is very funny.
This game has extremely good localization.
Drum roll, please. That's a R roll if I've ever seen it.
Oh,
I know it's supposed to be like he's going drum roll, but right. I just read it as R's. I read it as like a bunch of R's.
Right.
R's. So I'm just like drum roll, please.
No, okay, so I was playing or actually I was listening to videos on the way home from work because I just throw in like longer YouTube videos and just let them play in the car. And I found somebody has found a way. It's not at all like doable by humans, but somebody has found a way to do a full credit skip about a half hour into Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Full credit skip, like you just skip to the credits.
Skip to the credits.
They've almost found arbitrary code execution. Almost. It's like an arbitrary script execution, which isn't quite the same thing.
Okay, I was thinking like it would just skip the credits.
No, you skip from chapter 1 to the credits.
So what? That's like a task speedrun type thing, but not an actual speedrun thing?
There's absolutely no way that it's RTA viable right now.
What's RTA?
RTA being like real time. I think it stands for real time attack is what it actually stands for.
Oh, okay, that sounds familiar.
But like the point being, like there's no way that you could do it physically in a run right now. But it's a possibility that in the future somebody could find a better setup using the same techniques to do it.
I love it. Speedrunners are like the $1 Million Man. We can play through it again. Better, stronger, faster.
I've been getting back into that though.
It's the $1 Million speedrun.
I've been getting back into that though. It's been a good time.
Brushing some of the rust off your spider.
Yeah, so the goal is eventually I'm gonna challenge. Well, we have it worked out more or less, but I'm going to be challenging somebody else to.
Oh, very cool.
We're doing the thing. We're doing.
Wait, is this like?
It's like the thing I did last year.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you were saying someone else.
No,
the same
person. I could do.
Okay.
I could probably go in and just be like, hey, because like every Sunday.
I didn't know if you were talking about a Doug thing as a touchdown.
No.
The Doug thing with the Mario 64 speedrun. Which, by the way, if you ever want to learn a speedrun, if you ever want to both of us learn a speedrun that neither of us know, and then
just do Mario 64. Well, that's the best part because like I could set that up. Like I have multiple inputs on my capture card. I could set up a feed so we could just sit in the room and learn a fucking run.
Hey man,
when is your birthday?
As long as it's like approachable, it has to be a game that's like doesn't take a ton of know-how. Well, all speedruns take know-how, but I mean one that's more you know what I mean by more approachable. That's all.
Yeah.
generally I feel like the shorter speedruns are more approachable. And
Yeah,
obviously the ones that are not completionists. That's another big deal too.
Non-completionist runs and generally shorter runs are better, although too short of a run, it generally relies on a lot of tech that you don't really understand.
Gotcha.
There's a middle ground.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably the best way to put it. Because I definitely don't mean any of it's easy. I just mean that it's more approachable.
Right.
That would have to be my effervescent personality. People seem to love it. See, what did they say about their type? One of them likes all, and then what did the other one say?
One of them likes Mario.
Okay. What do you wash first? Front to back, Mario. Let's skip that one.
You just want to do it?
All right.
Or we could do what's the best smell, because that's also very funny. I'm doing smell. This one's off the beaten path.
What's the best smell, before or after you've washed? All right.
Old cheese.
Yes, please.
I want to point out something very obvious.
Are any of these supposed to be like actual... We're supposed to figure it out based on these?
You theoretically could off of a couple of them, but I already know the answer.
Oh, it's always the one on the right.
There's still a fly, Luke.
Oh, that's funny, yeah. That's pretty good.
That's the only identifying factor.
Really, I was just based on the fact that she said, I like all of them, and she said, I like Mario.
For a sec, I was like, do I pick the real one or the fake one?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
So I was like, it probably is.
Wait a second, if you knew all along, why are we even doing this?
Because it's funny.
Like, if the robot...
This is the Bobobo meme. This is what Bobobo is about, is you go through that whole process and then realize everything that you just said is completely fucking pointless.
I love the idea. I do. That is one of my favorite keystones of comedy.
Yes.
Is millions of lines of setup for exactly screw all punchline.
Yep.
Just immediately
the punchline is, we did it and we definitely didn't have to do it.
Well, I just love the idea that he's like, yeah, I'm checking their blood test now, and she's the real one. It's like, you had results right there, and you still made us do all this garbage.
Anyway, back to Funny Spider.
Oh, she kind of looks like, she's wearing glasses.
I like the animation here, honestly. Mild panic.
I'm trying to think of another alien design or character design where, like, the vestigial part just, like, hangs underneath.
Doc Ock, we were just talking about Doc Ock.
Well, that's the thing. He looks vestigial when he's just dangling.
Right.
Too. That's the thing that's so creepy about it.
Yeah, that's the best part about it, because he doesn't look... It's a good representation of the fact that he really isn't... I mean, like, obviously it's kind of unintentional because they're literally just hanging him with wires. But, like, he doesn't look like he's human anymore. He's just there.
Yeah, Octavius is being taken over by this tech.
Right. Which is actually kind of a plot point, I think, at one point. I'm not entirely sure on it.
In the Sam Raimi movies?
It might not be in the Sam Raimi movies. I don't think it is. But I think that there is, I think, a plot point at one point in one of the comics where it's just like the tech just starts to feel like it's taking over. Anyway, so now we get to fight Mimi.
Rah, rah, rah. She can climb on walls.
She also just shits out fucking rupees, which is weird, but okay.
Oh no, this is like the, so the currency she comes up with, it's like the dark matter thing in Futurama, where you just find out the Niblonians poop out dark matter.
Yeah. Okay, now we can hit her.
But it's really expensive. I'm supposed to be all invincible. Count Black's power was supposed to protect me. Well, that's what happens when you put your faith in a false god, lady.
This is no normal cheer. This cheer is magic. I love the idea.
Because
I love the idea of Mario just pulling out like a pistol and just being like, "It's because you put your faith on a false god, babe."
That's what I'm saying. Like, let me show you some pamphlets. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I love the idea that the cheer is like,
you are also naked. That is a problem.
Oh, this reminds me of the Aladdin thing. That's like,
oh, there's stylish by accident.
When he beats Jafar, rack'em, rake, stick the sword into that snake.
Yeah, I forgot about that bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's not a whole lot of... She doesn't have a leg to stand on
Oh, this
anymore.
is actually cruel. Like, kids in the schoolyard playing with bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, this is dark. I don't even know if you want me to say it.
Go ahead.
But, like, I went to a... So I grew up in Florida. And...
Aptly timed.
There were kids who... I've always loved animals my whole life.
She just teleported to the ground.
And one of the first moments in my life, I realized that not everybody shares... Like, as a kid, you kind of figure out that not everyone cares about the same stuff as you.
Sure.
But when it's something that you consider a moral thing, like animals, something like that...
Yeah.
These kids were like... I just remember getting so angry because these kids were taking apart a crayfish.
Oh, that sucks.
It sucked so bad.
Dude, that sucks so much.
It does. They were like pulling it's just off. They were pulling it apart bit by bit.
Sorry.
And I was like, this is actually the worst group of people I've ever met. And I know you guys are like 7, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
No, kids are fucking mean, man. Kids don't have much of a conscience. Conscience,
it's yeah.
You gotta remember that a conscience is like a learned thing.
Yeah.
Like, some people do just have, like, some people learn it earlier on, I suppose is the best way to put it. But, like, a lot of kids just don't have a fucking conscience yet.
It's weird,
like,
man.
It feels very weird. Sorry if I'm not talkative tonight. I'm very absorbed into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Dude, go
cool.
kick some ass,
Cool.
all right? Go kick some nostalgic ass.
Yeah, sorry. Like, but his dad. Like, I don't even remember. I don't think I told on them, but somebody. It must have just been like, oh, well, like it was just evident what they were doing, and one of the kids' dads ran over and just like grabbed him and was like, he got so irate with him. He was like, how would you like it if I took you apart bit by bit? Would that be fun?
Yep.
How would you feel? And the kid went from so happy with his friends to just like instantly like shaking like, no.
Yeah, because he didn't realize what he was doing.
And normally when parents are like really, really hard on their kids, like yelling at them, I'm like, I always tend to side with like, all right, maybe we're going a little too hard there.
Tone it down.
But something like this where like a creature's life is on the line, I was just like, I can't even be mad at him.
Because like you got to remember that that's also how kids learn. All right? They're not really going to learn unless they like have somebody tell them otherwise. And so like they needed that realization of just like that's not just a plaything for you. That is a living thing.
Yeah, it is like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just as vulnerable, and you can't take advantage of some other creature's vulnerability just because you're bigger than it. Mm-hmm. That's the definition of somebody who sucks. It's just like, I'm bigger than you, so I'll do like he's bullying.
All right, they mentioned there's 4 heroes.
Oh shoot! So we got to get Luge and we got to get Bows.
Yep, you got it. We don't get Luge until way the
to be
fuck
honest,
later,
Luigi and Bows are like the Chekhov's gun of this game.
They kind of are. They do show up and then not do anything for a while. So I like how we started this. I'm pretty sure we started the fucking series talking about Chekhov's gun.
Mario. My
brother, I found a gun.
I brought the Chekhov's gun you asked for.
It goes off as he's trying to pull it out of his trunk.
Luigi, no.
It goes off as he's trying to pull it out. He just like shoved it into his waistband and he tries to pull it out and the gun goes off and there's just a hole in his pocket now.
That's just, I don't know, man. It's one of those like, you're a kid with nothing much to do kicking a can around the streets.
You see
memories that you just like, oh, I wish I forgot that because it's such a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what, I don't know, man. It's just like, people get so much in this debate of like how to raise your kids and all that. I'm like, just raise. I'm totally stealing this from Louis C.K. You're not raising kids. You're raising adults, or people who you're raising people who are going to become an adult. Sorry, rather.
Yeah.
He's not saying treat them like adults. He's saying you're training them to be a good adult,
right?
Not to be a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, well, they're kids. What are you gonna do? It's a living creature. Like,
yeah, you still don't like. That's just not okay.
It was the worst. It was one of my worst. Like, that just sucked so bad.
Schrodinger's Luigi, yeah.
Schrodinger's Luigi.
Sometimes he exists, sometimes he doesn't exist. Yeah, so I just got a brief memo from Mimi. It says, I messed up bad. That's the entire message, yeah.
That's the entire message. I only thought of that because they were pulling Mimi's legs off. That was the only thing.
It's kind of fucked up. It's a little fucked up. You weren't even pulling them off. They were just falling off as you hit her.
That's fair.
But, like, yeah.
And there's a part in Limbo where you do pull the legs off the spider, and I'm pretty sure its legless body can still roll over and crush you.
Yeah. No, that's the best part, because it still shows that you're still vulnerable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Light Prognostic is here, descendants of the ancient tribe, their strength grows, yeah. Anyway, so... Who else?
Sorry for something so dark. But
No, you're good.
I beg you, give me the honor of wailing on this pack of nambly-pamblies.
I beg you, give me the honor of wailing on this pack of nambly-pamblies.
I beg you, give me the honor of wailing on this pack of nambly-pamblies.
Give me the honor.
I beg you, give me the honor for these nambly-pamblies. He just like gets more of him keep landing down in there.
And they keep speaking faster and making less sense. It's just the Scotsman from, like, Samurai Jack. Just imagine it's the Scotsman for Samurai Jack.
What are you doing with a puny sword like that? Just so, like...
You yellow belly.
Literally going to kill a demon with it.
Eventually. But, like, that's just what O'Trunks is.
I swear On me whiskers. All right.
You know what I watched, and I tweeted about this. I watched The Foreigner the other day.
With Jackie Chan?
Yeah, with Jackie Chan. Really fucking good.
Is that your second time seeing it? Or your
This is my first time seeing it.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it before.
We had talked about it in the past, yeah.
So it's Liam Neeson and Jackie Chan, and the plot of the movie is basically Jackie Chan is a immigrant from mainland China, People's Republic of China, who is living in the UK, whose other daughters had died while trying to escape.
How?
In like the 70s or the 60s. And he's taking his daughter to go get a dress for prom, and she actually dies in a bombing by a group that refers to themselves as like some offshoot of the IRA. In 2017, the it's Irish Republican Army, which is a
Irish. Okay.
Irish, yeah. So basically, these are people who are fighting to get Irish they're people who are fighting to get Northern for a united Ireland as a country, because Ireland is a separate country from the UK.
Okay.
And so like it's a really long story. This goes back to like the early 1900s, even before that. But like the idea is that they were fighting to get the entirety of Ireland out of the UK's control. And so there was a lot of it specifically from like the 60s through the 90s.
Like they wanted the North part too.
Yeah. They were fighting. It's a nationalist movement.
Okay.
And basically, there was a period in the 60s to about 1997 called the Troubles, which was a really rough period where a lot of people died due to car bombings and violence between the UK and the IRA, which were not related directly to Ireland, but they were like people from Ireland.
Oh man.
They weren't related directly to the government of Ireland, rather. So that eventually there was eventually a truce for that. But the movie takes place in 2017 and says that a bombing took place at a bank near where
the movie came out.
The movie came out in 2017.
Okay.
Just like as a part of the movie. It was a not true event. But the bombing took place.
Oh, the particular attack is not real.
That's fabricated. That's not a real thing.
But it's surrounding events that were.
Yes.
Okay.
And so the idea, or sorry, did I say 2017? 2019, I think, was when the movie came out. But regardless.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Jackie Chan takes his daughter to go pick up a prom dress, and she gets caught in the bombing and dies.
Wow.
He also gets caught in the bombing, but he survives.
Okay.
So he ends up just being really depressed for a majority of the movie, and he ends up calling pretty much everywhere possible, including like pretty much calling every day and waiting like several hours a day, at the police station in like the UK, where he works, and eventually ends up going all the way to like the central police force, effectively, for like the country, because they don't have like an FBI or anything like that like we do here. They have something more just like metropolitan police force. And so he's like sitting there for like hours a day asking, I want the names of the people who killed my daughter, all this stuff, and he's not doing anything about it, but he's like, I want this solved. And so eventually he catches word of the IRA, and like basically then he's like, okay, so who would know this? And he ends up calling, at the time, I think it's I don't think he's the PM, whoever Liam Neeson plays in that movie, but like somebody who's high up in the Irish government, who has had ties to the IRA in the past. And he starts harassing him, asking for names. He's like, I know that you know what happened because you're in with the IRA. And like the whole time, it's just like he literally, within like 45 minutes, Jackie Chan has started pestering Liam Neeson every day, goes to Ireland to ask him.
I feel like when the movie
directly.
Oh, good.
And then when Liam Neeson still refuses because he doesn't know, Jackie Chan bombs the fucking place with like not a serious bomb, but a bomb that's meant to like show that he can get to them. And it was just like
it was a warning.
It was a warning bomb.
bomb.
Yeah, your warning bomb. It didn't kill anybody. He set it off in a bathroom to go off within like 5 minutes with like stuff you can buy in a store, basically. But he set off like a bomb, and it would just like
the
it blew out
horse's head.
Yeah.
Of Chinese Irish hostility bombings.
But so basically the entire movie just ramps up as like there's a bunch of other political drama playing out between Liam Neeson and everybody else because he's still associated with the IRA in some aspect, despite the fact that he probably shouldn't be.
I do love the idea that Liam Neeson's just like a pansy character that's like, I don't know what any of this is.
Well, that's what he tries to play it off as.
I like a movie that makes you even question if the character
It's good.
is actually like legit or not.
That's the entire movie feels like that. You know how we were watching Knives Out? Kind of feels like that.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit less so.
That's great because it even takes advantage of the fact that you... I guess it's a spoiler for Knives Out, but... No, I don't have to spoil it. It's basically like that movie takes advantage of how it knows you're going to see certain actors and roles.
Yes.
And that's a similar thing with another movie that does that really well is there's a courtroom drama about an early case in Thurgood Marshall's career, and the movie's called Marshall. It's got Chadwick Boseman before he passed away, Josh Gad, and it's kind of like To Kill a Mockingbird because a man gets accused of rape, but they try to like get him off because it's just like a racially motivated accusation.
Right.
And well, I guess in that particular story, it wasn't necessarily racially motivated. There was some other reason in the movie that she lied about it.
Welcome back, Baylor. I forget if I said welcome back. I've seen Knives Out. It's good. Yeah, but Luke, we're just sort of discussing things at this point.
Yeah, and also just in case anyone hasn't seen it, it's good. Definitely give it a watch if you like whodunits. But I mean, it can't not be about the sort of race relations, I guess. But
you're talking about the other movie again.
Marshall, yeah. Marshall, it kind of delves more into the individual, like, not everything is so clear-cut all the time like that. And in that movie, like, it's not a spoiler to say that it's like an accusation where he's actually innocent kind of thing.
Right.
But the movie does kind of make you question that, even though that's the premise.
The way that it's framed, it's intended to do that.
And...
let's go Cyber Dragon. Oh, you playing Cyber Dragons. Okay, I don't like you. No, I'm fine.
Especially it being Kate Hudson, you're like, oh, Kate Hudson, she's great. I'm gonna support this person. Oh, well...
Nah, maybe not.
It's like, and that guy, like, that's so great to get a guy who, I don't know if the guy, like, I don't know, like, doing something where you're like, you know how the audience is gonna react to it, and then you had, like... Is it really so hard to believe why a jury would react the same way? You're watching the movie and you're questioning it.
Right. Well, yeah, boo to you.
Oh, no, the same exact thing's gonna happen. Are they really gonna do the same exact thing? Figured he was done. Kinda awkward.
So, yeah, kinda awkward. So have you guys seen The Princess and Bowser?
I know I'm usually cleaning your guts off of my brother's boots.
I like the idea that Mario just murdered them, like, outright, like, violently.
No, I just love the idea that he cleans Mario's shoes.
That's also funny.
It's like... That's my favorite micro imagery of that joke, is that he's shining, and he's happy to do it.
He's like, very happy doing it. He's just like, I like this. Luke, I'm gonna be honest. Knives Out spoiler if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I mean, like Luke and I have both seen it.
We've seen it. Yeah, that's why I said I wasn't gonna spoil it because I didn't know if anyone else.
It's an okay movie. I liked it. Yeah. Not so much the only one we found lying around here.
Yeah, go ahead. I've seen it. I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I like it.
Why is this dude so calm? We're behind enemy lines. I do like how Goombas are like fully like, they are an army and like they're fully foot soldier, like, you know.
Yeah, the wordplay there with Chew did it instead of you did it was a little bit stupid, but I still like the movie overall, Baylor.
Wait, when he said Chew did it and they think it's you did it, it was a good plot twist, but so corny.
It's very corny. I'll agree. All these exploits.
Well, it's like it's because it's literally a spin. It's almost the exact same thing they did in Pink Panther. Do you remember Steve Martin's Pink Panther?
Very vaguely.
In that, it's a pivotal plot point that a Chinese person tells him, because one of the characters dies, and before dying, he goes, "Oh, it's you." And then there's gunfire. And he's like, oh, you know, Ponton is right-hand man in that. I'm surprised you didn't know one of the most common Chinese names is It's like, I want everyone who's named you, and that ends up paying off. Like, he just finds every person in whatever town they're in named you. It becomes like a pivotal thing, and I don't know, it's just kind of funny to me because we're just like, oh, their names sound similar to our regular words.
Right. It's just what it is. Oh, hey, it's Lugo. It is, in fact, Lugo. Lugo the Magnificent. I'm gonna go the entire opposite way. Okay. I guess we're going back this way now. Cybers are greater than Blue Eyes. I mean, there's a lot of things that are better than Blue Eyes.
These, like, Celtic-esque knots. Or Celtic knot-esque.
They kind of look like Celtic knots. Yeah, that's fair.
They're not, but they look a little bit like it.
Yeah, they definitely look like it. Anyway, so we're escorting these Goombas that tricked Luigi into them thinking that he's like a big hero. They're like pretending to look up to him basically so that he'll help them. Because they're kind of shitheads. Goombas are always shitty. That's always the joke, is that Goombas are always like really shitty, but the Koopas are usually fine.
Who do you work for, Private? I work for you, Bowser, sir. I said, who do you work for? I work for you, Bowser. I said, who do you work for? I work for the Koopa Kingdom.
Oh, man. Looks like the end of the line here. This guy's useless.
Oh, no.
Nope, we know what happens here.
He's gonna have, like, brass knuckles and a...
If he, like, grows, like, 3 feet taller and just gets arms.
Gary, no!
I think that's the only named Goomba we ever meet in anything.
That's amazing. Well, Goombella.
Aside from the ones that are partners.
My, actual, the queen. I was trying to think of, like, some complimentary internet term for women.
Yeah.
There's mostly insults for people on the internet.
Time for me to Goomba up, and then this dude immediately joins the opposing team.
Oh, no. Please don't. She's gonna stab you in the back. You are about to be mentally penetrated. I don't think you understand what's at stake here. Why not just mind control Luigi? Is he of too sound mind? Is it a steel trap?
No, the gangsta Luigi.
I love the idea that Luigi is like the...
Professor Frankly, yeah, that's true. Professor Frankly as well.
It's
not very common, I guess, is what I should say.
It's the Luigi's Fry because the brains couldn't brainwash him, basically.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't see that guy get zapped.
He didn't. He just decided he was going to work for the winning team.
Are you serious?
Yes. Goombas are just like that. They're shitheads.
Did he say? What did he say?
He said, "Hey, lady, you got room for one more?"
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't like zap him anyway. That's so funny.
These are important.
You're late. Did something... Oh, right. Last time it was like, wake up.
Mm-hmm.
My father caught me. Sneaking out of the castle wasn't easy after that. I was worried you wouldn't come. You're a strange girl. You know what I am, and yet you do not seem afraid. I don't care what you are. I just want to see you. Is that so wrong? Please tell me this is a Bowser Peach fanfic that Bowser is writing.
That would be way funnier than what it actually is, but I like that idea. These make me sad. Yeah, they make me sad too, man.
No, of course not. I wanted to see you too. Is this like... Oh, okay. Blumiere, do you mind if I sit next to you? Please do, Timpani. Let's return to our conversation. I must know more of you.
These are important.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. These are actually plot. That might be the only plot important thing that's happened.
As I say, I've been wetted with a Susan of names of lore.
Yes.
Poor Timpani and...
I'm not telling you.
Wow.
But also the Luigi thing ends up being relevant.
My father kept me in the castle, and I just wanted to see you.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I had to sneak out, something like that.
It's Breath of the Wild Zelda.
I was about to say, this reminded me of... Zelda sneaks out of the castle all the time.
Yeah.
Peach doesn't really sneak out of the castle so much as she's
I wish these were a Bowser Peach fanfic. Honestly, that'd be way funnier than what it actually is.
Because I was like, is this what Bowser's hoping Peach will do one day, is steal away from the castle and go see Bowser?
I would pay money for a first-party Mario game where they just have... You can find Bowser's, like, shitty fanfic writing just all over the place. It's not even always him and Peach. It's like, weird shit, too. Like Luigi and a Koopa or something. I don't know.
But Bowser's still writing it?
Yeah, it's still Bowser, but it's like not even spelled correctly.
I was about to say the grammar's perfect. Yeah. Did you find Merly?
We found Merly. We got the pure
As a matter of
heart.
fact, we did. Merly said we would need the. Was Peach talking just then, or was it all Tippy?
That was Peach, and then Tippy.
Oh, yeah.
Tippy always has the like rainbow frame.
Merly said we would need the power of 4 heroes to save the world. So we're gonna need 3 more.
Ignores Mario.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, they have to have physical bodies.
Yeah, I think the point is the pixels are there to like help. They don't really have physical bodies.
No, I appreciate the like Zelda reference with the whole like. I mean, it's a vague reference.
It's very,
like,
very
I
vague.
can't just say everything is just it's. You know, when Sparks.
It hints at it in a way. It's not an intentional reference.
Right,
I'll say that,
exactly,
but
yeah.
it's something that reminds you of it.
When I don't want to get too like when Sparks follows Spyro around, I appreciated the Navi reference there.
So we started at like 8:30.
Okay.
It's currently about 10:17.
I can probably go to about 11.
Okay.
Whether or not you want to stream till then, I'm just saying I'll probably be here till about 11.
We could probably call this here then.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do a couple things to set up for next time. We can keep talking for a little bit and then goof off for a bit.
We can play Midnight Club Racing
We couldn't play Midnight Club. I gave Luke Midnight Club by accident because I left it in the
in the PS2.
PS2 when we were when I was testing it. Dear Diary, today I asked Peach out on a date again. This time she politely asked me to leave. I think she's warming up to me. As opposed to throwing an urn like last time.
Carrying an urn. I'm still coughing up her father's ashes.
You have an idea how funny that would be?
You know how much you have to hate a person to throw your dad's ashes at them?
That's incredibly good. I like that in a lot.
It doesn't matter how much you hated your dad. You wanted to. It's like, oh, if you didn't like your dad. No. You would want those ashes for some other reason, regardless.
I would love at some point to sit down and just write something with all the stupid jokes we've made.
Yeah.
Because, like, we have a lot of really good, dumb ideas.
You brought up an urn. I was like, yeah, I'll just chuck my dad's ashes at this dragon.
The only urn in the room.
Yeah.
One person will determine whether light or dark
I mean,
prognostic is
Peach's
predicted truly.
dad, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know.
King Mushroom.
Both books refer to him as the man in green, but I know not what that means.
We need to go get the green guy from the.
We do need to go get Mr. Green.
I must return to my study to solve this conundrum. It's really not that. I love how everybody like has this interdimensional wisdom, but just can't figure out like basic children's.
You can't. They're colorblind, man. They're red-green colorblind.
You can't expect some people to see the world you do.
Yeah. I had an interesting discussion with somebody on stream. We were talking about red-green colorblind stuff on stream at one point, and someone else's chat. And somebody would learn that they were red-green colorblind in the stream
Really?
because they couldn't tell the difference between
That's
certain
the second
images.
time you've been present for a discovery of it.
Yeah, with Wade.
Yeah, in school we had a classmate
That one was very entertaining
that
because
found out in medias res, like during the class, and was, I'm colorblind.
yeah, and what was funny about it was that he knew that he was colorblind, and the teacher thought that it was a joke for like the longest time.
Oh, I thought he found out then that he was colorblind.
He did, but the teacher thought that it was a joke, like the
He was
entire
being
time.
for real.
Yeah,
He's just like, oh, this is colorblind.
and she wouldn't believe him.
Wow.
It was kind of funny. Short stream today, but good nonetheless. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the save block, and honestly, I don't even know if we need anything going into the next chapter. Chapter 3 is...
This game's shorter than TTYD, it feels like.
I mean, like, we're only 2 chapters in.
Oh.
But, and it's at least 8. So it's gonna be shorter because we're not doing turn-based battles, basically, is what it amounts to.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, I'd say the actual gameplay length is about the same as far as overworld travel and dialogue and all that.
The story has just as much... I loved the story of TTYD.
Oh, it's so good,
It
man.
was very, very good.
It's so good. I cannot wait to play Thousands of Doors. I'm very excited to just boot that up and see all the sheer nonsense that occurs because of that.
Is it all just, like, dialogue?
It's all the dialogue in the game.
Okay, because that's a pretty...
Yeah, the game does slow down later on. There's
It's
a lot
not
of
famous,
stuff.
but it's internet famous. It's an internet famous version of Pokemon Crystal, and it's called Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's ran through a translator of, like, Vietnamese to English, and it's just, like, the weirdest...
Yeah, there's a lot of languages that don't translate nicely to English in the first place.
For some reason, there's now profanities in the game. You're like, how did this translate?
Yeah. Like, it's just, where did that come from? Okay, let me see what we got here. Oh, capture card. Internet!
The internet card.
Yeah, we'll meet internet later.
What's the
There's a
name
lot of
Ned
side
short
content. Nedworth.
Nedworth.
That's not what it is. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's Ned Flanders. It's always
Did you know
short
his
for Ned
net
Flanders.
worth is 3 Flanders?
This is Flim.
Flim Flam.
Yes, actually, that is the joke there.
Really?
You'll find Flam later. So this dude, you can buy character cards from.
Okay.
I actually might grab. I'm gonna grab the Spiky Trump.
I'm a spiny Trump.
Call me Elf Monster.
Call me Elf Monster.
All right, so yeah, we can't go in there yet.
It's a tiny house.
It's a tiny house.
Well, I would love it if you
It's like on HGTV.
put on the Minish cap.
The Minish Cap. Like they would just go get the Minish Cap.
I recently learned.
There's a side quest you can do later here, where you put a goldfish in here, and it just keeps getting progressively bigger and moving to the bottom of the thing until it's basically just a gigantic fucking goldfish. Like
Wait,
it's
wait.
bigger. It could swallow
In this
Mario.
game?
Yeah, you can put a goldfish in here.
That you get an item and you put it in there and it grows.
Yeah.
Dude, goldfish, if you let them, will actually grow to a real healthy size.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And nobody thinks that because they're just like, oh, put them in a bowl. If you own a goldfish, do not put it in a bowl. Give it a
Give it a good space.
really good tank with a lot of space, please. That's like the best, like, thing I can think of for something that is basically like, oh, this is how media portrays how you're supposed to care for this animal. Definitely don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, definitely do not do that.
So I got good news. There's mini games. There's the Interchet.
I think you actually might want a 10-gallon tank per goldfish.
Maybe, yeah.
So I think if you have 2 goldfish, you should have a 20-gallon tank.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
No, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put fish in like little tiny ass bowls.
They're, and especially, well, betas.
Betas,
you know,
maybe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Actually, I'm not even gonna speak for the minimal. For the maximum, I can say, if they're in the carp family, which they are.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Don't do
Koi.
that.
Koi are also carp.
Koi are amazing creatures, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm impressed by goldfish, and they're literally like, it stinks, man, because it's the same thing with anything that can be easily bred. It's like they're overbred, so you can get them for a quarter at Walmart. It's like these guys can actually get pretty robust and live a really long time. I'm fascinated by some fish like ecology, to be honest. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Also, this guy just keeps calling you gamer.
Want some more, gamer?
Also, he bows. But yeah, this is the Interchet.
The interchat.
Chet.
Oh, and then there's internet.
Yeah. Koi are borderline immortal. They really are.
Koi are borderline immortal. Okay, well.
So there's a bunch of mini games you can play in here. You can get coins. You pay coins to get more coins.
Dude, an animal I never knew lived as long as it did was birds. Some birds live to be like actually 100 years old.
Dude, macaws.
I think macaws live to be about 80.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. If you get a bird, know that it's a lifetime thing.
Or if you piss off a raven, realize that you've pissed off a whole family of ravens for about 200 years. Anytime they see your face, like they will teach other crows and ravens what your face looks like. And
be clear, you're talking about ravens or I'm not just to be clear, you're talking about
Corvids.
ravens or anything in the corvid family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Corvids in general are just like absolutely fucking great at teaching each other what faces look like.
Um,
And then like, cause like there was an experiment that was put out where scientists put on weird masks and then started really bothering crows.
masks.
Yeah, they put on masks and the crows recognized what the masks looked like
Huh.
and then proceeded to like teach the other crows in the
That
pod.
feels like a very specific experiment, like you were hoping
is.
to get a specific conclusion out of that.
Oldest known koi is currently 226 years old. Yeah, that's
Wow,
old.
That's amazing.
You gotta remember, that thing was around before electricity was like a common resource.
That's so amazing.
This is Iron Welderberg. This dude builds
That's
pipes.
older than some of the oldest railroads in America.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him money so we can make a...
That's awesome. I am fascinated by fish, to be honest. Like the things that
Animals
they're
are
like
just cool.
Yeah, they are, for sure.
I'm building shortcut pipes.
Imagine if we made a bird that had the memory capacity of an elephant, but the grudge holding capacity of a chimpanzee.
Yeah. So you can find that dude in a couple spots and you just pay him a certain amount of money and he'll just make shortcuts all over town.
Oh, fun.
So this dude makes a shortcut back up here.
Nice. I like that when a game lets you kind of like
It's exploring.
well also like lets you be the thing that makes your own like I like when you get to activate the quality of life in a game.
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah, no, I get that. So this is the Pit of 100 Trials, which
Oh, that's where it actually is.
I think we can access it at this point, but I don't remember how to get in.
Just flip.
Nope.
I've been bested.
I give up.
They thought of that.
Humans with the strength of a gorilla. Gorillas with the strength of a human.
Human with the strength of a gorilla. That is a gorilla.
Yeah.
This David this like David Attenborough as like some say that a human as strong as a gorilla would just be a gorilla. Yeah. It's just like the way you turn that. Yeah. That's
Super Mario dyslexia. Vida. What fucking time? It's like 3 a.m. over there, dude.
Dyslexica.
Dyslexica. Not dyslexia, dyslexica.
Welcome to the land of Dyslexica.
Anyway, it's like 3 a.m. over there. Take care of yourself,
you'll
lad.
find many typos.
So we need to find the spot. I need to go talk to Merlon again, but I don't want to do that right now.
At what point, what disability can you name a kingdom after before it's offensive? Like what? Because you can do it with dyslexia, apparently.
I'd say that that's fair. Dyslexia is probably fine. Paraplegia is probably a bad one to go to.
Nobody goes there. Yeah, I just don't want to like fund it with tourism, you know.
£1.30 or €1.30. Or no, it is a pound. I'm sorry. I can't read it from here.
Stick the gorilla in a ball. Dude, if they came out with Super Gorilla Ball as like a fan-made game, I would love that.
I would pay money for that. ADHD Land. Yeah, ADHD Land's pretty good. I like that.
ADHD Land.
All right.
And you can get ADSD Land and it's just grainier. It's like the remake is ADHD Land.
Oh no. All right. So we're gonna end up calling this one here. Sorry for a shorter stream, guys, but it's been something. Luke, you good for next week? Probably.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, cool. We can plan on that one.
Did we wrap a chapter?
We did wrap a chapter.
Because we got the Pure Heart.
Yep, that's the end of the chapter.
We did kind of shorty it.
I think there's one chapter where you get the Pure Heart and it's not the end of the chapter. But anyway,
none of the buildings are finished.
Yeah, none of the buildings are finished in HD Land.
Dyslexica is kids plays. You can go further.
I feel like Crohn's disease might be the bar. I thought the bar was that test you had to pass to become a lawyer.
Helen Keller World. The game just turns off. Oh no!
This is a good way to end stream.
I have to say, we just got the ball rolling.
Yeah, y'all. I know. We're just now getting into chat, but we're gonna call it here. I want to talk with Luke about a couple things off stream. You guys take it easy. Have a good night. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. And we'll be back next week.
All right.
And I'll be back on Sunday at 10 a.m. my time. That's EST for anybody who doesn't know.
Are you doing DMC on Sunday?
I'm going to be doing some DMC 4.
Nice.
I'm excited.
4?
Yep. We're
on
4.
Completing each game and then you're going
in order.
Not well done.
I've done 1, 2, 3. I'm doing 4. Then I've got to do DMC Devil May Cry, which is a reboot. And then I've got to do 5, which I've already played through. And I just...
See, I would love to do that with like Castlevania or something like that, where it's just like...
We could call up Richard.
There was a series. I would love that. There was a series where we were like, let's just go through and just like grind out each game.
All right, anyway, y'all take it easy. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on Sunday.